Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Locker Room Banter podcast show.
Where the ladies are always welcome.
Always, always, always. Yes, we got myself here, Anwar. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick shout out to where you can find me. We'll start with the social media on Instagram, AnwarW_357. Watch, talk to him.
You ought to know who it is, man. This is your boy Watts. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at Watts4. That is WATTS 4. And no, I ain't on Facebook. Actually, I take that back. I actually am on Facebook because I accidentally reactivated my account after I deleted it because all my logins is some Facebook shit. So you can find me on Facebook at Watts IV the fourth. Get it? All right, cool.
There it is. And we got a special guest with us to bring back our first 2020 podcast. We got family in the house. I'm going to let him give his shout. But Kwame, talk to him, man.
Peace, 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 family. You could reach me on Instagram. I'm no longer on Facebook at Jones Time. That's JONEZTIME.
And the nigga don't want to be on camera, so if you're watching us on YouTube, we do got the YouTube videos going back up. The nigga don't want to be on camera because, you know, he got the feds out here looking for him, so...
All of that.
Yeah.
They watch it. But now this my boy, man. We've been back since high school days, man. So yeah, you might see more of him on a few more episodes. But you know, we couldn't bring him back in our first episode actually 44 to be exact, without having a special guest to talk to us. We got so much to talk about, so we needed another one of our folks here just to bring it in with us, man. So without further ado, what the hell you been up to, bro?
Oh shit! I mean, it is 2020. Hold on, was our last episode? Oh, this ain't the first episode of 2020 because we did one in February.
Beginning of the year, we had a Black History Month, didn't we?
Yeah, we did one with our dog Flo. So I mean,
okay, yeah. It just feels like, you know what?
We did one with Flo and we did one with Dallas.
Okay,
back in January. We just been inconsistent, but we back in the motherfucking building.
That part.
Back in the studio here in ATL, Georgia. We're in a new and approved studio, you know what I mean? So what's been up with me for the most part? I told y'all back in January and February I was working on some big things. I bought me a house and, I finally moved in. So
boss moves.
Out here just trying to do a little bit of things. And of course, outside of that, that's about the only thing I have been doing in 2020. But shit. How you and the family been going, bro?
Oh, man, we've been good, man. Yeah, first off, congrats to that. Buying a house is a huge ordeal. I joined that club a couple years back, and I remember the feeling like it was yesterday. And it was such a great feeling to own some shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just your car, not just some new pair of sneakers, but own some shit that's going to be around for a while that you can invest in. You know what I mean? So as far as what I've been up to, really, just the fam, and trying to figure out, my place in the work industry. And I've been doing a good job of being able to handle things at home. The house is coming along well. Got another truck. I know you've seen it outside. We didn't even talk about it.
Who the fuck is this niggas driving so damn slow in front of me right now?
Yeah, so I got a little G-Wag outside. It ain't a Benz G-Wag, but it's a G-Wag. You know what I'm saying?
Got some tans that look clean.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So things have been going on. Kwame, what about you, man? What's been up with you?
Oh yeah, speaking of the neighborhood that I moved into, that I have closed on this house on. Ironically, my neighbor is one of my closest friends from Orlando, who we also went to college with. Okay. So Kwame, I'm in your neighborhood now, man. Yeah. So stop knocking on my door every other time.
I appreciate it. He keeps hitting me up. I need to move something like heavy ass bed or some mattress or anything.
Nigga can't move one thing.
One time.
One thing. No, but with the pandemic causes that we're experiencing right now, I just been at the house quarantining with my wife, man, and just living, man, taking it as a blessing, man. Be able to work from home. So I know there's some individuals that are not blessed to have the same spot that I'm in. Yeah. So I'm just living. And I also wanted to say congratulations, Watts.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate
my new neighbor.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, and since we're speaking about the pandemic now, we might as well go ahead and talk about it. I mean, because the last time we recorded was back in February, shortly thereafter. I think around March 16th. I haven't been back to work around somewhere in the beginning of March. I haven't been back to work since March 16th, even though technically I am working. Yeah. But I haven't been back in the office since March 16th. I've been working from home. Gotcha. But a lot of people aren't even blessed with that opportunity. So yeah, that is something that I'm definitely grateful and definitely blessed to have my job opportunity right now. Yep. And who knows what tomorrow may bring because shit's crazy right now.
Yep. I know. Crazy. Like this is the second wave. I mean, same thing you said, except I've been out there in the trenches more or less. My job is quote unquote essential as well, but we do warehousing work, so therefore I'm out there dealing alongside of people that are, contracting the virus every other week, it feels like. So I'm dodging bullets like damn near literally, it feels like. So I am, like you said, Quan, blessed to have employment, blessed to not have my salary cut, because I know a lot of friends of mine that's happened as well. Blessed to have a place of business to go to, and as I stated before, to be able to provide still. So, yeah, I can complain about the conditions, but at the end of the day, bills are paid. I'm okay. So
got a roof over your head.
yeah, definitely. And shout out to those who are making it work with the little resources they do have. Some that are having to unfortunately survive off unemployment and assistance. You know, it's a humbling experience because I can't lie, I've been there before without any pandemic, and I remember those days. So anyone that's going through that, shouts out to you guys for surviving it. It's a big sanity test. It's a big mental health test to pull through this, and I think that's just what this fucking COVID shit is, a mental test as well as a physical one, obviously, to see who's the strong ones out there.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm out here struggling.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm out here struggling. Physically, I'm out here struggling, man. I mean,
oh man, tell me about it.
Since everything shut down, I haven't been back to the gym. I know y'all just started going back to the gyms and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've been my workouts and shit just been off, all off. My daily routine been all off. Still trying to build some type of stuff, but luckily, me moving into this house, kind of, kept my mind clear and kind of kept me busy and a little active. But the routine that I had built up back in January, February.
I was just gonna say, I mean, shoot, any of you all that follow us and watch Watts, he had went on a nice little run. What was it, 30 and 30, more or less, 30 pounds, 30 days, 30 pounds, 30 days. I know he had a big following about that because, Watts he's not a big guy, but to see that kind of progress in such a short period of time shows that anyone can go and do it.
Yeah, Kwame tried to do it, but then he quit on week 2.
I got week 2.5 weeks in. I got to like 15 pounds. And,
okay.
Gained probably about 5 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but during the pandemic,
he didn't want to listen. He didn't want to listen to me when I told him shit was hard.
Man. It's insane. I'm like, you sure you ain't have no cheat days, bro?
More power to y'all. But I mean, it sucks because some people that were finally getting the start of the year, the New Year's resolutioners, and the ones that just wanted to change their bodies, they had to sit their ass down because everything closed. It wasn't even I'm being lazy because of the pandemic. I mean, whenever you guys get to watch this episode, you'll know everything shut down. They closed our gyms, they closed our restaurants. They wouldn't even allow you to go to schools. Like I used to do some outdoor running at my local school, and they shut that down. So if they would have caught me out there, it would have been trespassing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was literally limited to the front yard, or in my case, my garage. But again, everybody doesn't have a garage. Everyone doesn't have that opportunity. So shouts out to those out there that picked up those true quarantine pounds and just can't shake them.
It's funny because they had like a meme or something talking about something you want to pick up a chick these days. Tell them you got an at-home gym.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. Speaking of that, when you go to Walmart, I heard everyone saying all the weights are sold out. Everywhere you go, you can't find weights. You can't find basketball goals. You can't find porch pools or backyard pools.
Bicycles were sold out.
Yes, you know what I mean. So I remember Kwame, you hit me up a couple times like, man, what are you doing for your workout? Because I need to do something. A friend of mine literally drove like 50 minutes from their home to mine to get some resistance bands because they couldn't find them in the stores, and I keep some in my garage, and just to get something, just to have something to do at the damn house.
Yeah. I mean, I take something from Kwame that I picked up. Shout out to Cross Rope because he started doing his jump roping thing, and I'm not good at jump roping, but it's something that I'm learning and picked up. That I'm trying to learn and try to get better at. But them cross ropes, some shit is something serious.
So what is the cross rope? What the hell is that?
I'll let Kwame explain.
So cross rope is like an advanced jump rope.
Cut us a check. Yeah. Cut us a check for this, please.
please cut us a check. So it's an advanced jump rope. It usually comes in like half pound, quarter pound, and up to like I believe 2 pounds of a jump rope, and it's like more on the higher end. Probably ranges to what would you say? Was around a couple $100, $100.
Shit!
I got all 4. So it's a quarter pound, half a pound, pound, and 2 pound.
Let me stop.
So.
But I mean, it's
shit worth it though.
It's worth it. Lifetime warranty.
So do you add to the rope to make it that way, or it's different ropes?
It's 4 different ropes.
Yeah.
Oh,
4 different ropes. And then you just clip them on and whatever. And after about 2 minutes, you're gonna be hurting.
Jump rope is one of the best workouts that you can possibly do.
Because you have to, because your arm's gonna be on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like
full body workout. I would highly suggest it.
Did you get the 2 pounds yet?
No, I'm 1 pound is kicking my ass.
I'm gonna let you use my 2 pound, bro. Don't fuck up with the 2 pound. That shit gonna hurt your whole foot, bro.
Damn. I mean, I'm kind of wanting to see what that's talking about. I never heard this until just now, so that's kind of new. I'd like to, because I mean, me, Kwame, we used to work out a lot back in the day, and Kwame, that was his number one thing he brought. So we each brought something to the table to challenge each other, and he would always challenge me with the jump rope. Now, I've always been a fan of jump roping, but I've never been like, I've never been as disciplined. Now, I watched you jump rope, and you literally would do like 10 minutes of jump roping, maybe like 30-second breaks here or there. I can give you about 3 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Then I have to take me a little break, but
No, you mean Kwame. I suck at jump roping.
oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you meant.
yeah, but that jump roping is a beast, and I mean, anytime I do it, I always have to look at the boxers like, that's why y'all do what y'all do. Like when you see Mayweather and them doing that all fast, everyone thinks they can just do that. No, the fuck y'all can't.
I mean, it's not even just physical endurance. It's also mental endurance because for you to just keep jumping
Push-
like
push
that,
yourself,
push
yeah.
yourself to keep going. Like that shit's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really good for those. I have had a few knee surgeries in my lifetime, so it's very good on my knees. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
and
a huge fan
definitely
of
take
it.
all the pressure off because running and stuff was my thing. But as I'm getting old, I'm trying to preserve my knees, so that's why I started biking more
Shit, I
and
feel
all
you.
that stuff. I mean, and now jump roping to try to I can preserve everything I can, man.
Man, I felt my shit a couple days ago just doing some shit. What was I doing? I think leg press. I mean, anyone that works out knows the leg press machine. I felt some little twitch in my knee. I'm like, let me come off out this and do something else. Or if I do some barbell squats or something. I mean, that's just us old men talking about the aches and pains we get of working out. And as we get older and we start to feel those things, we need alternatives. So
Yeah. Oh, and you said I heard you say earlier that we in the second wave. We ain't in the second wave. We ain't even in that motherfucker yet,
Yeah,
bro.
talking about the COVID wave.
Yeah, we not in the second wave yet, bro.
Shit. I mean, you feel like it. I mean,
Nah, nigga, we just at the peak of this other. We at the end of the first wave.
Yep.
Niggas is out here in Atlanta like it ain't shit. Like,
Yeah.
I know you seen the pool party where they put the pool in compound.
yes. I thought that was
Like, niggas just
fake.
don't get it.
Like at all. Like I already feel like I'm not doing my due justice by going to the gym from time to time. But come on, man, going to the strip
Then
club.
go and say you was being reckless.
Uh-huh.
Then you was being reckless. Go get your haircut.
Yeah. Somebody was, yeah. When got my haircut, the second week that the shop opened, I'm sorry, y'all, I couldn't help it. We was in there all looking like, the guys on damn ET. We had jackets on and masks and gloves, and I had to get a haircut. I'm sorry. Some of y'all fellas can
Pretty
feel me.
boys.
Ladies, oh man, y'all needed them damn shops to open up, because golly, y'all can't wear hats forever.
The crazy thing about it though, is they said as soon as the nail salons opened, they said one of the nail technicians and the hair salon technicians had the COVID, was asymptomatic, didn't have any symptoms, and exposed over 200 some people
See?
Oh, wow.
doing hair and shit.
Yeah. See, I mean, my biggest thing to me, I mean, yes, I did my part. I went and got my haircut, but massage parlors, like, come on, like that's how that's as close as you get to somebody massaging them, contact directly. I mean, you had that, you had the like I said, the beauty salons open, all of that, right in the middle of this COVID shit. Like, those were the worst things you could open up, and you opened them all up at the same time.
And we ain't gonna talk about how the governor of Georgia
Oh, shit,
pretty
we
much
need to.
opened us all the way up, and then our mayor, shout out to Keisha,
Yes.
Shout her out.
Shout.
she shut everything back down, and now she's getting sued by the governor for trying to be precautious and
Yeah.
take care of all the citizens of the city of Atlanta.
Yep. And I mean, like you, I got her back on that because I get it. And I mean, they praised Georgia, they praised Florida for being so quick to open back up to get money back in the states and get
Florida gonna
kids
be
back
Florida.
in.
Yeah.
Now we are like two of the hottest states as far as COVID cases in the whole fucking country. So yeah, that shout out got reversed so fucking fast. But damn, prayers to y'all out there catching it. Like I'll be honest, I've had a close encounter. Family member, had it. And I've had a lot of friends, that have had it, and I've had people that I know have passed from it. So it's hitting everybody. So we're not joking about the thing, making it like it's not a real thing, because it really is. And obviously, I wish everybody would take it more serious, myself included, sometimes. But come on, there's still limits. Like, I'm not going to be out there at a pool party in the middle of the club, or
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, that pool party it looked lit. Now, if it was 1999, 2000, we was at Daytona Beach, being Black College reunion,
Yeah,
BCR. Then shit, we might have had to go ahead and jump up in that
shit. I mean, not to sound deep, but that's probably how the whole like the AIDS shit started. Before AIDS, everybody was like, it ain't that fucking serious. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, sorry about that malfunction we just had, but any which way.
Technical difficulties, man. We back in this motherfucker,
It
but we going,
happens.
it happens, but we about to, we got to get back used to it. We got to stretch a little bit more before we jump into the game.
Yeah. You seen what happened on those little versus battles? That's kind of what we just had right here. With little,
No Teddy Riley though. No Teddy Riley.
No Teddy Riley.
No Teddy Riley.
But I mean, we were still talking about the COVID. We're going to continue talking about that because it is the main thing going on in the world right now, and it's holding a lot of us back. But a point. I mean, someone asked Kwame. You asked about a vaccine beforehand. I guess. What question do you want to ask in reference to that?
Well, in the event that the vaccines were to come across, I just want to know what you guys think about it. Would you guys be willing to do so? Do you think it would ever be to a point where like they wouldn't allow kids back into school unless they take the vaccines?
So I think that is going to be something that's going to happen. I didn't even think about that until you just said it, but yeah, I think kids going to have to take the vaccine and go back to school because that's basically what it is now for anything really.
Yeah.
Syphilis, all that stuff. They have to take their vaccines before they enroll into school. Even for college students, they have to do that. But I look at the vaccines similar to how I look at the flu shot because everybody I know to take the flu shot, as soon as they take the flu shot, they get sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't, but right now I'm gonna wait for them to test on the first wave for a couple times.
First wave gonna be fucking zombies and shit. I feel you, and I agree. I do look at the vaccine like a flu shot or like a tetanus shot or like another one of those shots. And with that being said, fuck that shot. I'm not taking it. I've never taken a flu shot. I've taken a tetanus shot once because the hospital made me take one in order for me to bring my child home. And I was upset about that because just like you said, you're giving me the tetanus, you know what I'm saying? Like I was sick. I was sick it was probably 24 hours. It was quick. But still, I think that's what the vaccine will probably be something like. You're giving me some form of a COVID, even if I didn't have the shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm probably going to be sick for a little while before I come back out. Yes, my immune system will be stronger, but we don't know what this shit is like that just to say, here's the vaccine, try it. And then they're not even doing trials where they're doing, okay, what if you have diabetes, or what if you have this, or what if you have like low blood cells or whatever. You just have one generic vaccine going around, and you just say everyone needs to take it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not for it. They would have to force me,
Facts.
literally strap me down and inject it into me. Because unless they're gonna stop me from flying to maybe across seas or out of
But
country.
I mean, since you brought that up, that's basically what they're doing right now. We can't go to St. Thomas unless you have a rapid COVID test at least 10 days prior and all that stuff. So I mean, that's something that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, and they're banishing flights to with Europe. You can't fly to Europe right now.
Shit,
Can't fly to Europe. The only place we can fly to right now is fucking Mexico, maybe DR and shit.
No, they just stopped DR.
See, that's what I'm
They
saying.
just stopped DR.
They said that U.S. passport is probably the worst worthless passport in the world right now.
Damn.
And that's hurting my feelings.
I know. 'Cause your ass stay on the go. Shit, I thought I was on the go. Your ass gone. But no, I mean, just to continue on that point.
Nigga, you travel somewhere once every 5 years and you on the go.
I didn't say I was on the go. I said I thought I was on the
The
go.
only place your ass go to is Jamaica, nigga.
Now I go to Caribbean.
Jamaica
so yeah,
and Las Jamaica and Las
Caribbean.
Vegas, nigga.
Kind of true. You know,
This is crazy. I haven't flown out the country this entire year. This is killing me.
Yeah, man. We was trying to plan something for Quan's wife. He was gonna try to surprise her to take her to Colombia and everything.
Yeah.
And then shut down.
No, I actually.
You
I did go to Colombia. Yeah, I went to Colombia.
Okay, so
I was gonna go to
something that you-
Brazil.
That's what it was. It was something that you was
yeah.
trying to put that you was trying to surprise her. Shut down.
Yes, exactly. But I'm gonna stay on that real quick. The vaccine joint, because you're right. I think that it is gonna be something they're gonna make us do because, I mean, I'm going through a situation like that right now where they won't let me return to work until I come back with negative results.
Yeah, that's what happened when you go to Florida, nigga.
Yeah, Florida's a hot state, but Georgia's a hot state. You mean to tell me if I step outside, I got to go get negative results? Because we're in a hot state here too. Shit. But
well, no, that's the case though, because if you go to New York, if you travel from Georgia or Florida going to New York, you have to quarantine.
You got to
yourself for 14
quarantine.
days.
This is true.
Same thing for Chicago, I believe.
Yep.
My
this
wife
is true.
just came back from Chicago. I made her sit in the room. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. I'll drop some food off to you.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm like you, Kwame. I mean, you're going to have to force me to take this shit because, I mean, I look at right now with this COVID shit, I look at it as a part of the end times. And if anyone is biblical or at least has read their Bible or at least has read the last chapter of the Bible, which is Revelations, you would understand this shit is playing out just like it said in Revelations. This is one of the plagues that is going by. And I think the vaccine is probably one of those mark of the beast.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So I joked about this with you earlier, Watts, as far as taking the COVID test. I did take a COVID test, but it was a self-administered one because I didn't feel safe to let someone give me that test that everyone is talking about, where they stick the Q-tip up in your brain. I feel like you implanting some shit up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people's noses bleeding for days after, headaches, and I've heard worse situations like people temporary loss of sight. What the fuck you doing up there to make me have all of that? So no, I did a self-administered test and I felt a little good about that. But nah, we're not doing the vaccine thing. I'm sorry.
I gotta actually go get tested. The job giving out free tests, so I'm probably gonna go get tested sometime next week or whatever. I haven't really been anywhere outside of since March 16th, outside of me going to Florida for my cousin's funeral, who passed away from cancer. And I stayed down there for like a week, just to, catch up with my mom's family and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I still was even when I was down there, I was to myself for the most part. But
Yeah.
quarantined myself for another 14 days, and then I said I'll go get tested and all that stuff. Did you get the antibody test though? That's what I was curious.
I wanted to, but that's another catch because all these tests that they're telling you that you should get, you need to get.
It don't matter. They already got your clone. They got your DNA and all that shit,
is
but you
true.
got clones already out here.
You're probably right.
You,
But I mean,
system,
I mean, you're right. But I have to pass a series of questions in order to be able to take it. So in other words, I have to show symptoms. I have to have been encountered with somebody. So if I don't lie, quote unquote, on that checklist, then they're not going to allow me to get the antibodies test.
Yeah, so that's the thing about our job. They want us to get the antibody test so you can see who's the most at risk and who's the least at risk type of thing. So, which I do appreciate that, even though we're not going to be back into the office probably until next year sometime. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to take it. A friend of mine was giving me information down in Florida about the antibodies thing. Shouts out to friend. And they were talking about, I told them I'm one of those people that think that I contracted COVID in the past before COVID had a name. And I know a lot of people know what I mean by that, where we were all getting sick around the end of last year and the first month or two of this year before they gave it a name. And I think that it could have been something I've had.
They gave the name.
What was your symptoms though?
My symptoms were everything you read under COVID.
The name that they had.
That was it.
Name it.
COVID, bro. They even had the shit on the Lysol
In the
bottle.
end of last year?
They had the shit on the Lysol bottles. So they had the COVID name.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, again,
they just try to contain it a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's all it really was. Because we've been shut down flights and everything coming out of Asia since before the New Year and all that stuff. So
yeah. Well, again, I mean, shit, if it wasn't a big thing, a lot of us didn't know. Like, I didn't know anything about it. I just know that my whole family had got sick at the end of last year.
Yeah, because you niggas don't watch the news.
This is fact. You are right. When you say that, like, if you ever come to my house,
Instagram.
ask my wife. I do not watch the news ever.
Though, because that shit is depressing as fuck. So that's the reason why I don't.
That's why.
So the only news that you get is when it pops up off on Baller Alert or something.
Pretty much the shade room. Shade room.
So I mean, you said something right there. Instagram is my fucking news outlet.
Man. You need to do better than that.
I don't know, man. But
download the CNN.
But you also said something else.
That's at least the CNN app. That's only.
Y'all can't
that's really
tell
the
me.
only. I don't watch the local news. I do watch CNN though.
Y'all can't
Shout out
tell
to
me
Kwame
the news
brothers.
Isn't set up to keep us living in fear. I'm sorry to sound like that guy.
Nigga,
but
that's life in
how I
general
feel.
though.
Yeah, every commercial, everything you do is anytime. Okay, how about this? When I work out early in the morning, the news is usually on. So I get to watch the caption while I'm on the treadmill for the first 20, 30 minutes of my workout. Literally 3 to 5 out of 10 things is baby shot, drive-by shooting,
That's why I
shooting
don't watch
and
local
such and
news.
such.
Yeah,
So I mean, everything.
You watching Atlanta local news? Yeah,
That's
you gotta
what's
change
on.
that shit. You gotta switch that shit.
That's
switch
what's
that shit
it.
to ESPN, then, nigga.
Yeah,
I do. I go home and watch my ESPN shit
You
later.
can watch I watch ESPN on the treadmill. Anyways, let's get off this COVID shit because this shit getting a little depressing.
It is.
But I do gotta ask y'all a question though. One question about the COVID thing. Do y'all believe the fact that if you had the COVID that you're not gonna get COVID anymore?
No, because you can get the flu again. And I really think it's an extended flu, so I think you can get it again.
I think the way they have the vaccine set up is going to be where you could possibly catch it again. So they're going to be, like, oh, you can't.
So mutation, mutated version.
Yeah, there's going to be multiple versions of this.
COVID 2021.
To Kwam's point, do you think that anything will go back to being normal, or is this the new normal, or do you think that we'll ever get back to our regular? Regular.
This is regular.
We
living in the times right now. We just
Yeah.
Times are changing now.
No, yeah, I agree. Even if we say, okay, the world opens back up, I don't think handshakes will be the same. I don't think daps will be the same. I think distance will already, we'll separate ourselves by 6 feet just off natural, response to this thing here. So no, I think you're right, Kwame. This is our new normal, and we
Yeah.
just need to kind of get used to it.
So
Daps will be the same, but niggas still gonna go raw like it ain't
Yeah.
well, you know they released on the news the other day that you can get COVID through sex. So
Oh shit, there it is. You know
Anwar
what I'm saying?
had that shit.
There it is. Not this player. Let me not
yeah,
joke
but
like
I
that.
just don't see how we could actually get to a point of 0%.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it would
'Cause-
be lower percentages. I would.
Because name something that has came. Name any plague, anything that's come to us, and we've pretty much dropped. Well, with the exception of like measles, mumps, I guess, with that kind of shit. Name something that's come, and we've pretty much just okay, that's dead. That's never coming back. It was a part of history now.
Maybe the yellow fever or something.
Yellow
like that?
plague or whatever that shit was called.
I mean, I'm not no science expert, so I'm not even gonna get into that. So I
Yeah.
can't.
It was like more of a.
I can't really get into that.
It was more rhetorical. Like just no, you're right. I think this is where we're at with it. You know what I mean?
This is it.
And I also think they're gonna use COVID now as a scapegoat. Well, they already do that for excusing for everything else. Like I need to change my flight. Well, now with the COVID such and such, we can't do this. Just like 9/11.
Well, no, with the COVID, that's one thing. But they have been saying if you want to change your flight, you change your flight.
Yeah.
Watts, let me ask you this. Now, with the COVID situation going on, do you ever see yourself actually going back to regular working in an office type situation?
I think my job. I think with my job situation, I think that our leadership has an understanding that, and that being that we've been working from home for so long, that we've proven that we could work from home. Because of the projects that we had going on, which was a major project, $1 million project that was working on prior to everything shutting down, we were able to accomplish that remotely, which they didn't think we would be able to do, and we've proven that we could work from home. So I don't think that to be the case for everybody, but I know with my job, I don't have to worry about that. Now, my question is, and this is a question that was brought to me yesterday, not a question, but a perspective was brought to me yesterday. With schools coming back open, kids are I think the state of Florida said they're going back to school. Atlanta Public Schools announced the other day that they're going to do virtual school, but they're going to delay it a little bit. How do y'all feel about, and Anwar, you're a parent, you're the only parent here, how do y'all feel about virtual learning for kids during the school year, but the parents, they may have to go back to work?
Yeah, that's a
So how do y'all feel about the virtual learning process with school? How do y'all feel like the whole school year is going to turn out?
Yeah, we were talking about this.
Well, your situation is different.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was getting at. I mean, you asked me earlier, like right now, just let the listeners in. My wife is not working right now for other reasons as well, but this is one thing that's going to happen in a lot of households.
Yeah.
There's going to be a one income household, because someone's going to have to stay home with the children, or
And it might not even be. It might be a one income, but if it's a single mother,
then you said then that
one of the friends I was talking about yesterday, she's a nurse.
Okay.
And
Yes, that's one of the busiest occupations.
yeah, so
ever.
she's a nurse. She has to go to work.
Yeah.
And her son he's older, but still he's doing virtual learning.
Yep.
Technically speaking, you ain't really supposed to have that kid at home by himself.
course.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I was staying at home. When
It's
I was
gonna be
in,
it's
fifth
gonna be
grade,
tough.
but-
It's gonna be very tough,
Black
very
kids
difficult.
gonna be all
and,
right.
and we would
But
get
sit your ass down. Don't you open the window. Don't you open the
all of
door.
that. No, we
Open
were
that door for
given a test
nobody.
run. We were given a test run with the virtual learning when this first popped off, and
But that was the end of the school year.
Yeah, and it proved unsuccessful because you've seen the memes. Every parent, y'all want me to take care of these, these kids are here. This is, they just realized how important teachers were.
They were doing passing driver tests
Yes,
without even taking the driver
without
test.
taking no test. You got kidding me? I mean, I work in warehouses where you do lift training and whatnot. It's bad enough that you give people a lift license by letting them just understand how to operate it. You got to get on it and test that thing out. Yeah. You know how long? Everyone knows how long it took yourself to learn how to drive. You know what I mean?
It didn't take me.
It didn't take no one day.
It took me one time, bro.
You wasn't mastering this shit out the gate, bro.
Dead serious out the gate, bro. I grew up in the country, man.
Anyway.
Shit, wasn't no cars out there.
Okay. I forgot. He's the GOAT. He does everything.
I'm the GOAT, man.
Yeah,
straight up.
So yes, fuck COVID, and COVID said fuck us too. So
yeah, man. But before we continue,
yeah,
go ahead. We gotta give a special shout out.
Oh yeah. Wait, COVID, man.
Oh my God, this nigga here. No, man, we got to give a special shout out, man. RIP to two legends, to two civil rights activists. Not only did we have to battle COVID during this pandemic, we also had to battle a lot of civil unrest out here. Man, yeah, man, go ahead and give us a shout out.
So shout out and RIP. It's all the same to like you said, two very big pioneers in the civil rights movement, Mr. John Lewis and of course Reverend C.T. Vivian. or was it Cordy Tyndall, Vivian. So they were both pretty big parts of the MLK movement.
Yes,
Of
civil
the
rights movement.
of the
March
original
on
13. Yeah.
Sumner 13.
Yeah, the
I
original
mean,
13 freedom fighters, and they endured some stuff. I mean, anyone that knows the names, John Lewis isn't just a street, isn't just a person that rocked with MLK. He was out there in them trenches with him. He was at the front line of these marches and everything.
have y'all watched the John Lewis special on Amazon Prime?
I have.
You gotta watch that. Good Trouble, bro.
Is it?
Watch it tonight.
It's called Good Trouble.
That sounds familiar. I think I heard of it.
Shit, bro. That shit lit, man. Shit
Damn.
great, man. And I'm so upset, man, because I had seen Senator Lewis last year when I was going up, traveling back and forth up to DC. I was getting off the flight when he was getting on the flight, and I wanted to stop and grab a picture with him so bad, man.
Yeah.
But man, RP to a real true
Yeah.
legend.
Rest in power, King. Rest in power.
Definitely. I have a lot of friends that have pictures with him. It just says a lot about him. He was so approachable. He was about that movement. It wasn't just someone that, made one move in the past and just his name is popular. No, he's been fighting a good fight for years, and he's been in Congress.
Wait, excuse me, I'm not Senator. Yeah, Congressman Lewis.
Congressman, yeah, he's been, he was in Congress for the last 30 years since all the civil rights movement stuff was at a peak. You know what I mean? And he's still fighting. It just found another end, and then. Unfortunately for him, pancreatic cancer came and took him out.
To the day he died, he been fighting
Yep.
his entire life. And so, if you want to pay homage to Congressman Lewis and also what was the other congressman name? Not congressman.
CT Vivian.
CT Vivian.
Reverend CT.
Yeah, Reverend CT. Yeah, man, please go out and vote because that's basically what they stood up for their entire lives. Go out there and vote. And we need your vote because we need to get this pussy ass motherfucker out the office.
Yeah.
It's not just on the presidential, man. Go out there and do your research on the local voting, man, because that's where it hits you.
Yeah, because we got a BITCH trying to take Congressman's position this upcoming election.
Yep.
And we watched our voting.
And she's a sister, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about? Yeah. We're learning so much, but I know it's a process. If you're not into politics, and I'm definitely one that's not into politics, it does require some research. But it's important because these things affect us. Especially affects our black men and the laws that are passed against us. It affects our streets and the constructions of our streets and how some of our communities aren't being brought up fast enough because they're putting money into other communities. It affects so many things rather, and these things are important to vote. I used to be one to say, man, vote no matter. It don't matter because they're gonna do what they can do anyway, and some of that's partially true. But you got to do your part.
No, it does matter, and also like you said too. On doing your research, man, doesn't just mean, hey, man, I'm rocking with nothing but blue, man. Because historically, the blacks have always went with the Democratic vote, and I'm not saying the Democratic vote is wrong for us, but both sides have their positives and their negatives. So just do your research on that, man.
Yeah, and since we're talking about it, we might as well talk about a little bit of the civil unrest real quickly. How do you guys feel about a lot of the different protests that have been going on since the passing of, let's not say the passing, since the murder of George Floyd up in Milwaukee, I believe it was.
Yes.
And then we also still have some injustice going on with Breonna Taylor.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So how do y'all feel about all this? What?
Arrest the cops with Breonna Taylor.
Well, I think this is a topic that we have to give it some attention because it's nothing new. That's the sad part. It's nothing new. It happens every day. It happened yesterday. It'll happen again tomorrow. But the response at the moment right now, it's becoming an actual movement. And I would love to see this turn from just a movement of popularity, a trend, something to put your name behind, something to get you some likes, follows. And I want to see some action. It's a lot. The murder of George Floyd, obviously that was like, I hate to say he was like the next Trayvon, but it was a blatant fucking murder on camera. You watch the guy lose his life, and I know this is probably old at the moment, but it's still fresh because it happens every day. And
because right after that, what we had Rashard Brooks, right around the corner. So
same situation. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know about y'all, but this COVID made the world sit still for a little bit and just see what's going on in reality. And then with the passing of the young brother George Floyd, it made everybody just able to see what's going on, especially viewing his murder on camera. And I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely felt a different spark this time. From the years and years of black men and women getting killed and slaughtered by
law enforcement.
Law enforcement. And
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. I still, to be honest with you, haven't seen the full tape of George Floyd. didn't want to see
and I will not see it.
Yeah, I didn't want to see
Well,
it. But yeah, man, it's just sad, bro. Sad.
yeah, I mean, I guess we're all. I thought I was the only one. I'm ashamed. I used to be ashamed to say I never watched it, but I mean, because we're getting older, we're having kids.
Because, like you said, it's nothing new.
It's nothing new. That's the main point. Outside of that, but also you become a husband, you become a parent, you become, you just mature and you realize that's you out there. That's you on a Thursday. He's all of us. When people say Trayvon is me and things like that, I mean, how many times have we not crossed backyards and went to the store when we were kids at his age 14? And now to watch a grown adult of 3 children, I think he had 3 children, just, what I'm saying, murder on TV, letting the officer know he can't breathe, not, what is it called, not fighting back or whatnot, just to be murdered out in the open like that. I haven't watched it either because it hits different. It does. Like, right now it gives me a little tingle because it's such a real fucking thing. And, RP to him, RP to everyone else who doesn't get the attention that he got.
And that's the thing, because we have all this stuff happening. There's somebody that's dying by the cops, or somebody that's dying from some civil unrest every single day. Somebody's dying going out for a jog. Somebody dying sleeping in the bed with their boyfriend. Somebody dying just minding their own business. All these Karens and all these rednecks and all these I'm not racist, I have a black friend type of people.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to my good friend, old co-worker, Shamaya. We had a long discussion recently, and trying to get to the point I was making. We sat and talked, and she said, as a black man, I'm sure you've been pulled over. And I had said something, and I didn't think about how real it was, but I said, Shamaya, I don't know how many times I've been pulled over. I can't count. I lost count. I'm 36 years old. I don't know how many times I've been pulled over by the cops. And that's a bad thing, to have been pulled over that many times that you have no count. You couldn't even count if you tried. And I'm not an aggressive driver. It's not all about speeding. I've been told at least...
Nigga.
Well, hear me. Let me keep it serious. I've been told at least 5 times, I'm not exaggerating, that I was only pulled over because I looked suspicious. I was told
okay, that might be true,
verbally,
but your ass is an aggressive driver, motherfucker.
Man, I'm not that bad, man.
What's your Uber stock driver rating, nigga? Ain't that shit a 4.3?
It was 5.0 for a while. Hell no, I never been under a 4.8.
4.3.
Anyway, don't take nothing away. Don't victim blame.
Man,
okay?
whatever, man. But so I'm gonna ask y'all this question, man. How was y'all experience going to work that following week after the George Floyd protest started up? I'm gonna get to mine later, but how was y'all experience going to work? Because this was
complete. Lead that one.
Actually, we were still working from home at the time, so but I'll let y'all go ahead first.
Well, I work for a regulator, and shout out to my CEO, man, because he addressed it immediately after, and we had like a open discussion about it, and we're able to express ourselves. And following up on that, he gave us Juneteenth off, and yeah, he really went into depth.
He's not a brother, I'm assuming.
I was about to get into.
No, he addressed
he's a white man.
He's a white man, and he addressed a lot of things. I was
about to give a shout out to my CEO, but we didn't get Juneteenth.
Not only with the obvious what white supremacy leads onto, he also addressed the fact that there is a invisible ceiling for the black man and black woman. It's usually like assigned to a corporate diversity leader or something like that, and that's where you're topped off at, and it's always ending up with a older white man, bald-headed white man that's running the show. System.
Facts.
But he allowed everyone to share their thoughts and express there's feelings, and there's multiple situations where these white people that I work with actually act like they don't know anything that's going on. Like there was a scenario where a white guy was saying, "Oh, when I get pulled over, I'm worried about how I'm going to get off this ticket," and that's like the worst thing. He experienced.
Yeah, that's the worst. How to get a fucking
I'm trying to survive. I'm like,
yes.
Let me just make sure this.
Yes.
This cop does not shoot me on some BS because they're fearing.
I can tackle that too. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I mean I hear you, and it's like I feel you at the same time, because I would tell people this, and they'll think I'm exaggerating. Where I would say, if I'm going across town, I would plan my outfit out to drive through the city in case I'm pulled over by the police. I know I don't want to wear a fitted hat. Just things that I don't know if y'all do this, but as a black man, I do this. I watch what I wear. I be cautious of how I'm dressed. And I remember one time that I did go to jail. I looked at myself and I told my now wife, but then girlfriend, I said, "Yo, I'm about to go to jail." She's like, "What?" I said, I looked at myself. I had on some Jordan 1s, OG Jordan 1s, a thermal shirt, some sweatpants, and a gold chain.
Is that
Lock that nigga up.
Is that when Cameron got your ass out of jail?
Yes, that's the time you helped bail me out of jail. Thank you for that again. I paid you back. But yes, I mean, and it's not even to be funny. I'm just saying, I looked at my attire and I'm like, I know I'm going to be stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go to jail. And lo and behold, locked me up. And he even told me, sir, I could just let you go. It's not that serious, but I'm not going to do that. And just took me. Like, it's just routine for them. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, Watts, how was it at work? I remember a co-manager of mine. He's a Caucasian gentleman. He spoke about that, and then right after that, remember you said Rashard Brooks got killed in front of the Wendy's, and he was like, his biggest thing was, oh man, why they got police are doing what is it called, blue fever, where they're not coming out to help because they're being told if they kill somebody, they're going to be treated, as a felon, or they're going to get felony charges. Da da da.
Yeah, right after the Rashard Brooks killing, that's when police stopped coming out
Yes.
to report to protest because they felt like there was being favoritism with
Against
the whole
protesters.
Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
movement against the police and all that
But-
stuff. So, in solidarity for the police, they stopped showing up to work.
Yes. So his biggest concern was, so my home is going to be not protected. The police not going to come out if something happens to my home because they're out there doing this. And I mean, anyone knows that was a good kill. That's what they say in the police talk. That was like a righteous kill, a good kill. I'm like, you fucking kidding me right now? So everything, any respect I have for that guy, you know what I'm saying, went out the window when he said that, because all he can see was his house won't be protected for, I guess, a small period of time because police were, taking a pretty much a time away from doing their job, whatever you want to call it, blue fever shit. But he wasn't seeing the point. That man was still killed out there. There could have been a lesser consequence to what he was doing. You woke him up, startled the fuck out of him while he sleep at the drive-thru, tired, probably working a night shift or something, and it ends in him losing his life and his kids not having a daddy. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You're not thinking about that. You're just thinking about, well, it said, he pulled the taser. He had the officer's taser and da-da-da-da-da. How many videos we done seen with the white dude chasing the man around with a bat, a cop with a bat or a taser, or kicking him or fighting him, and they leave in cuffs or they leave scot clear. You know what I mean?
Side note, and I don't mean to be that guy, but did y'all see the video of the guy that broke away from the police in Orlando?
He did the cartwheel. Shout out to Orange County. Shout out to Florida man does cartwheel as he escapes police custody. That shit was hilarious. But yes, I did see that video and I got a good chuckle out of it. I'm sorry.
But for real though, my experience at work, similar to y'all, I'm gonna sit here and say that honestly, that entire week after the George Floyd stuff was a little heavy. I went into work heavy, and to my surprise, I started getting emails and random text messages from people. Hey, just want to check on you, see how you feel today. And it hit me by surprise. I was like, what the fuck? But I did appreciate it. My CEO, he addressed it as well. Not to the extent when we didn't get Juneteenth off. They said bring your ass to work. But however, there was a lot of different awkward conversations of where you could see the effort, and I appreciate the effort. But some of it you could see when it wasn't necessarily genuine. They had a screening of what's the name of the movie? What's the name of the movie?
Do the Right Thing?
Come on, please no.
No, they had a screening of the new Michael B. Jordan movie that just had out.
With
Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, they had a screening of that and then they had all the diversity and inclusion emails. All of a sudden, just started randomly popping up in my email. I haven't seen the diversity and inclusion stuff all year, but all of a sudden it just started popping up, which I do appreciate. But overall, you can see that it kind of seemed like it was a little forced. Yeah. But I do appreciate it though. Some of the effort that I did see, especially from some of my coworkers that reached out to me and all that stuff, because they know that from the 4, 5, 6 black individuals that's on my team, the company itself is primarily a white company.
You don't say.
But the 4, 5, 6 people on my team, we all were thinking the same thoughts. Like, okay, what the fuck is going on? They being a little too extra, too nice. We appreciate it and all, but you can kind of see that some of the stuff was a little forced right now. Yeah. But and to let you know that how crazy that the atmosphere really was, because I went to a all white neighborhood over here in Peachtree City to go ride my bike in this little golf course lake neighborhood. I just started seeing random white people. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you good? You good? Any other time I'm riding around there, they're looking at me like, what the fuck is this nigga doing out here?
I can't tell you how many doors have been held open for me, and I ain't gonna lie. I hate to sound like I'm being funny, but I'm taking all that shit right now. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me get this first. Let me go in first. Because, it's like they're embarrassed, ashamed, and they should be, because it's not, yes, your fault individually, white man, but as a whole, yes, your culture is what, is responsible for how this takes place.
And I do want to applaud them for coming out, and protesting because they out there more than we are.
Yeah, they're out there.
When I was out there, it's probably like 50% of them.
Oh, you did go protest?
Yeah, I went protesting.
See, out here being reckless. He was talking about your ass, huh?
Yeah.
No, I was
no mask on or nothing.
I was protesting with a mask on,
no
keeping
mask
my
on.
distance and everything. But
Okay.
I just did want to physically show my support, and but they were about 50% out there, and I respect it.
I got you. I mean, you're right. I mean, I guess it was heavy because I just remember being on break and my 15-minute break turned to like a 30-minute break because I was just standing there. And I realized everybody had left, but I was just standing there staring at the TV on break because I work a night shift. And the protests were going on at night, you know what I mean? And I'm like just sitting there in awe like, wow, this is happening, you know what I mean? And I don't want to compare it to the back in the MLK days and the Rodney King beating and whatnot, but this is our version in a sense, you know what I'm saying? This is our generation's version of just a blatant murder that's getting swept under the rug, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, damn, this is deep. You know what I mean? I hear white people talking about it, and they're quiet. Because like you said, they don't know what to say because they know it's wrong, but this is a problem still. Sometimes they get so quiet and they just hide behind that as a one instance when that's an everyday instance for us.
Kwame, what protest did you go to?
I went to the protest over in Smyrna. Can't think of the name of it, but it wasn't one of those very.
Black.
No, I wouldn't say black. I would say it was probably
people.
50.
One of the little girls riding around with her wagon, talking about some Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, actually, that was out there. It wasn't one of those tear some shit up. Show something. Yeah, but it was.
Well, I appreciate you still going out there and doing your part, my brother. I appreciate that, man. I
can see Kwame being out there. Shit, it's hot, y'all. Black Lives Matter. I'm going back inside.
I was out there for a couple hours.
What we got next, boss?
Shit, I mean, hey, that topic was deep. Thank y'all for letting us talk about that. And I mean, I hope the listeners can feel us on that. I mean, we can get right into some BML. We can go straight to the bullshit if y'all want to. I'm about ready to get to the bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, man,
I mean, we got to get to the bullshit. Do you want to start at what bullshit you want to start at? Because there's a lot of bullshit out there right now.
So again, y'all haven't heard from us in a while.
You want to talk about the Kanye bullshit? You want to talk about the Will Smith bullshit?
Let's go.
August bullshit?
You know what? This is a good segue into the Kanye.
You want to talk about
bullshit.
the T.I. bullshit? You want to talk about
this is a good segue into the most recent Kanye bullshit, which I still don't fully get. I just because he's getting tuned down, just like I'm tuning out a lot of other people.
I've been telling y'all niggas to stop fucking with this nigga for a long
time.
Can we skip Kanye for now? Because I really don't want to hear about this.
Honestly, I don't have nothing to say, but Kanye, shut the fuck up. And I ain't gonna be funny. I was gonna say shut up and dribble.
I mean, I've been telling y'all for the longest because the nigga got issues.
He does though. That's the thing. And it's like it's deep. It's like we could say shut the hell up, but at the end of the day, that man is suffering.
He has issues and mental issues. He has depression issues. He has attention issues. I don't want to beat a dead horse but the man obviously needs to go get some serious help and. It doesn't help the family that he's married to because all they're going to do is exploit the shit.
Yep.
Now, do you think this is... I know he does have issues. I'm not questioning that. But do you think this is a little bit of publicity stunt?
Always. That's why I said attention issues. Because he always...
Because he's dropping the album tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, it was a campaign thing at first. Then he so-called, backed out of the campaign run. And then, of course, you heard the rumor of fucking old girl, boy, whatever, trying to be his co-runner.
And...
Who?
Yeah,
fucking Jenner.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner, yeah. Was talking about being the vice president if he ran. I thought that was the most ridiculous shit. But then again, look who we have in office now. So how ridiculous can it get?
Yeah.
But yes, to your point, yes, album dropping soon. So you just waiting to see what the next move is when you hear some shit like that. I mean, just for y'all that don't know what's going on, I mean, we'll be brief because like you said, Kwame, we shouldn't stay on it long. If I'm not mistaken, he said Harriet Tubman didn't free slaves. All she did was lead them to more.
So that was at his that was at his campaign rally after he had already announced that he wasn't going to be running for president.
Okay, but is that what was said more or less?
Yeah. Did you watch the full video?
No.
So I did watch. I didn't watch the full video. There were a couple different segments that I did watch. The first one was Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just
led them to more slavery or some shit.
Yeah, led them to go work for other white people, which was some bullshit. Whatever. Fuck Kanye. Then the second one, he tried to get the people back on his side by saying that he almost killed his child. Said that he killed baby Northwest.
I didn't hear that.
The only reason why he was saying that is because he was saying that he was trying to get an abortion.
Oh, okay.
So the way that he worded it was
like,
stupid. It was stupid. But he was saying that he was living a rapper lifestyle, and he was out here living a rapper lifestyle, whatever you want to take. Some people was taking that he was just out here fucking these hoes.
Yeah.
Some people said that he was taking Kim seriously, and then when Kim called, he wasn't sure if he wanted to have the baby with Kim. I'll let him know. So that's basically what he was saying on that end. And then, damn, there was something else.
It's always something else with EA.
There was something else. And then he went on a Twitter rant a couple of days ago talking about how he's been trying to divorce Kim for the longest. This and that. And Kim had a meeting with Meek Mill in a hotel one time.
Yeah.
And yeah, he went on a whole bunch of Twitter rants, man. And it was crazy. He deleted all the tweets and all that stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, the boy been spazzing for at least 2 weeks about random stuff. So yeah.
Man, we ain't gonna give him no attention. I mean, it's so much going on right now. Like, we skipped over Nick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was kind of brief, I know, but
Yeah.
you know,
It
Nick
was
Cannon,
Nick Cannon, Deshaun Jackson. They both got in trouble for pretty much kind of the same thing.
anti-Semitic
Anti-Semitic.
statements.
Aquan, you want to get into it, Aquan?
Well, I don't really know about I know about the Nick Cannon situation,
Yeah.
where Nick Cannon was basically speaking with Professor Griff, and they were having a dialogue together, and I believe Nick Cannon was expressing what he thought was the truth, and unfortunately, whenever a black man speaks his truth and it goes against any of his higher powers, those being of Jewish people, is considered anti-Semitic. So he couldn't speak his truth, and once he did speak his truth, the young brother was basically canceled.
He was taking some quotes from Louis Farrakhan, and it was. I'm not gonna say it was taken out of context because I don't think it was taken out of context, but it was on the right time to be said right now, especially with the whole Black Lives Matter thing going on, as we just talked about, and us needing all the support that we could get.
Yeah.
The Jewish community is pretty much one of the pretty much had our back from the beginning because they've been through something similar to what we have been through in the past. And Nick's quotes are Nick's, I guess you want to say, his supporting of Louis Farrakhan's words wasn't necessarily taken lightly.
Yeah.
So they canceled him. They canceled him from Viacom, which is the owner of MTV, BET, and VH1 and all that stuff. So I think Wild 'N Out is canceled right now, but he still is on Fox Network, which is Mass Singer and all the other shows that he got. He still got his radio show. And he still got his podcast. So, but Viacom let him go.
And that was his biggest year.
Yeah, and Deshaun Jackson did something similar. I don't think it necessarily was Farrakhan. It was quoted. He actually misquoted Hitler, I believe.
Shit.
However, Julian Edelman reached out to him. Julian Edelman, who is a wide receiver for the Patriots, reached out to him. Was like, hey man, let's have a conversation. Some older guy who was a Holocaust survivor reached out to Deshaun Jackson as well and had a conversation with him. And educated Deshaun Jackson. And Deshaun Jackson and both Nick Cannon both apologized for their statements. And Julian Edelman even offered, hey, if you want to go to the D.C. and we can go to the Holocaust Museum, and I'll go with you to the African American Museum, and they're supposed to be working on setting that up. So
I think that's kind of dope.
But it both. I don't want to take it away, but both of the messages that they both delivered, whether they were in the right or wrong, that's up to you. But I do think that it wasn't a message that needed to be delivered at the time that we are in right now, because we have so much stuff going on. We're trying to get justice for ourselves.
Yeah.
Not even just for ourselves, but we're trying to get justice for everybody as well.
Yeah,
So
for our whole damn culture.
no, all lives matter until Black Lives Matter. Until Black Lives Matter.
Facts. So yeah, like you said, it's a tense world we're in right now. But between all the shit we spoke about with plaguing and pandemic to the BLM movement, which
nigga
is
say if you survived 2020, nigga, you a superhero going through all this shit.
Tell me about it, golly, because I mean, this whole thing going on right now with Nick and them losing their job it ain't nothing new either. You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers be waiting to pull the plug on you. And again, people got to remember their platform. You know what I mean? Like Kanye, your platform's too big for you to say shit like that and not to get the backlash you're getting. Nick Cannon, we fuck with you heavy. You've been in that industry for many years, making a lot of money. So you hold a lot of weight. I know people joke about your music history and shit, but you also got to be cautious of how you say things as well. Because he had just before that, weeks before, went on a rant about being saying what do you call it, polygamy. You know what I'm saying, versus yes, that shit's pretty much saying we're not.
Nick Cannon?
Yeah, he was pretty much. That was like last week or a week and a half ago. He was saying, we're as men, we're not meant to have one woman. You know what I mean? That's why there's so many of them to
That's
us.
why, that's why you got two phones.
Here we go. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. But I mean, it's just little things like that. People already like women who he has a high women following. Looked at him already like you jerk. Like you just want to excuse
all the bad bitches.
You just
want
to excuse the fact that you deal with a lot of women by saying it's in our nature, and then you want to bring all the other men in and saying, yeah, he's right. This supposed to, and he had a whole thing on the radio. All the big radio stations were taking in calls about that. Ryan Cameron was like, Nick, we don't fuck with you on that. Like, no, I want to have one woman. He was like, no, most men don't want to. We do it for the woman. And it makes a lot of men think like, most of the time that's what we marry for, because the woman wants to have that whatever it is. Either way, that
security,
all of that shit. I mean, I'm taking it a little further out. That's why I want to bring it back to the point.
Right,
yeah. So I want to take it back to.
I want to kill you, but I don't want to kill you.
I want to bring it back, just saying that he already had hit some tense topics, and he already had people raising the eyebrow, and then the comments he made about the Jewish community was like, shit. All right, Nick, you tripping right now. You know what I'm saying?
Then also Nick Cannon was also getting backlash from the black community for apologizing to for his anti-Semitic words, and it led the brother down to I think a deep depression, because he was giving suicidal notes or something like that. I mean,
it's you could read it like that. He deleted so many of his pictures. He deleted so many of his old tweets, quotes, and so many things. And then he had lost a close friend. People don't be forgetting. People go through shit too. He's human as well.
He's human.
One of his best friends, I forget how he passed. I can't say, was it disease, was it self-inflicted, what? But he had just lost one of his friends like in the same week that happened. You know what I mean? And
I think he committed suicide.
Yeah, I think his friend committed suicide or something, going through so many pressures. Just this week, like the same day or the next day or something like that. We don't know these things because all we're focused on is he lost his job and he apologized. Fuck Nick. That man going through some shit. Every one of us in here can, attest to that. When you lose somebody close, even temporarily, you're not in your correct mindset for a while. It takes a while to come back and remember what reality is, because you thinking, damn, that could have been me, or I've even thought about that. I don't know if you remember, Watts, when I know you wasn't part of the process, but one of our Masonic brothers.
I just left Tallahassee to come to Atlanta.
Okay, that is right. Long story short, I mean, I don't want to rush it, but one of our Masonic brothers had killed himself the day after he was brought on to be part of the brotherhood, and it was so depressing because we were in process of having a congratulations party for him that night, and our elder brother went home and he was dead in his car outside. Would have shot himself in the head. So it was just sad to see that again, it just brought you to a dark place. Like, you can be in a great moment, and then the next day is the nastiest moment. Reality kicked in. Like, damn.
Yeah, and I think that situation actually affected the sad brother that you're talking about to this day, because he hasn't been the same since.
Not at all. So, shouts out to anyone that lost someone that pulled through and got their sanity back as best they could, because it's a rough life to live when you lose somebody close to you, and they take themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Things happen in life where you leave us a little early, but when you self-inflict and take it out, it's just different. You know what I mean? So, and that's not the first person I've had close to me take his own life or her own life. So anyway, not anyway as in it's not important, but anyway as in that's just the things we don't know that people are going through. So Nick, you know what I'm saying?
To the lighter note. Let's get to the lighter note of some things.
Fact. So Nick, shout out to you. I know, man. COVID, Black Lives Matter in the negative aspect. To the shits we go. Okay. So what's the latest? Because there's a few things that we can touch on. I mean, I know people are listening. Like, is y'all gonna talk about fucking August and them or what?
So let's get into our usual topic is we usually get into music right now. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of music that dropped since we started, but one of the major things. Let's just get into one of the major things that's been happening since we've been in quarantine. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the DJs that's been DJing every single fucking night. Some of y'all be getting on my damn nerves because y'all be DJing in the middle of the damn day all day. Man. But the major event that's been happening is Versus.
Versus battles.
Last night we had one of the best verses to me.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. To me. It featured my favorite New York rapper growing up, because this is the rapper that the first New York rapper I ever even listened to that even opened the doors for me to start listening to a Jay-Z or a Beanie Siegel or anybody coming out of up from up north.
I thought
DMX.
your favorite rapper was Designer, nigga.
No, nigga.
Your favorite New York rapper was Designer.
First off, Designer ain't Designer. Where's
from
Designer
Brooklyn, bro.
I don't know. That's your people. You from Brooklyn. I don't know. I don't know.
From Brooklyn.
But anyways, my dog DMX. Y'all know. That's my Dark Man X, man. That's one of my favorite New York rappers of all time.
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody says. That's top 5.
He is definitely a GOAT.
And then my top 5 West Coast rappers. I can't say he's my favorite because even though he's technically a New York rapper, Pac is still my favorite West Coast rapper. I feel you.
That would be a good debate. Who's the greatest West Coast rapper?
That would be a good debate because there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there.
And this one that you mentioned is a GOAT, and even bigger than a GOAT, he's a fucking legend.
A fucking legend. So we had Snoop Dogg versus DMX versus last night. Kwame, I'm going to let you go ahead and start off on this, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
Man, it was all right. I'm sorry. I know you guys hear this all the time, but this was just epic for the culture. Dark Man X being my favorite rapper of all time. If anybody knows, going back, I've been a Rough Rider since 9th grade, man, and I'm pretty old.
Nigga had the helmet and everything.
Yeah. If I could ride a bike, man, you would only know.
He used to rap all them Eve songs. Go ahead.
I mean, I think this one was one for the ages, man, to even experience these two legends going at it. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, but DMX's history, going into this, I thought DMX might be a little drunk, a little high or something. But he
made me proud. He made me proud. And he was making sure that you knew.
Yeah.
I'm sober. No, nigga, I'm drinking Kool-Aid. Oh, he over here smoking. I'm drinking Kool-Aid. Snoop was like, nigga, fuck that. We out here drinking. We on everything.
No, we not.
I'm drinking Kool-Aid.
He was definitely in battle mode. So it's definitely good to see, the cool, smooth Snoop Dogg versus the rugged DMX, man. I loved it, man. I loved the experience.
And I know it's cliche because you pretty much been hearing this for every single battle that they've had of verses is the best verses of yet. Yeah, they've been saying that for every single one, but honestly, I do think this probably was the best one yet. I do think I'll get into it a little bit later. I'll come back to it later. Anwar, did you watch it last night? Because I told you to watch it, and I'm this nigga here. This nigga here. I told this nigga we're not gonna record today because we're gonna watch the verses.
And I even text you. What time it come on? I text him at 7:50 p.m. What time it come on? He said 8. Oh, okay.
10 minutes later, this bitch didn't watch it. This motherfucking hoe right here. This nigga ain't worth shit. Anyways, man.
Oh man.
So Kwame, what was it? How did you score it?
Well,
not to say score. Let's just say who do you think won?
I'm biased, so. Whew. I'm gonna go with X, baby.
I knew you was gonna say.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a push. It was a push too. But I think I'm gonna go with X too. But if not X, it was broken even because them niggas was just vibing all damn night. It was hit after hit after hit. Now, if it was 30 songs instead of 20 songs, I think Snoop would have took it because Snoop has plenty of hits.
His longevity is insane.
Yeah, he has plenty of hits. But when you put down 20, X got 20, bro. You can put that whole first album in that 20 category if you wanted to, bro.
Definitely. And you got the way they did it is strategic. Like certain songs just gonna win around. Like you hear Gin and Juice, that's a give me. You might as well just play some BS just to compete with that because that's a give me, man. And Snoop got these classics like no other, man.
But I do think that X cheated a little bit because he had Swiss. He had Swiss DJing for him.
Oh, did he? That is a cheat code. That's a
Swiss knew it was up. Swiss knew it was up.
Man, gotta hold you down.
That's a cheat code. What you mean? I didn't even know that.
Swiss knew it was up. Swiss was on the sideline coaching, calling plays. Nah, nigga, we gonna do this right here. Swiss set him up for success, man. Swiss definitely set him up for success.
This one was definitely a battle instead of compared to the. I believe I watched versus Jadakiss versus Fabulous, and that was just a straight ass whooping, man.
Listen, before we get to Jadakiss and Fab, I gotta give a shout out to X and all his old man dancing because them niggas was vibing. Snoop was vibing to X songs, and X was vibing to Snoop songs.
That's
but
dope.
in the background, man, you saw Snoop, you saw X out here hitting these old man dance moves, just hitting over here, just.
That's
vibing.
what I kept seeing. Little 2 and 3 minute.
Shit was funny, bro.
Excerpts of X just being like, old head. You just watch him be an old man.
And it was crazy because it seemed like X was like a little uncomfortable because he wanted to be more serious at first. Yeah. And then Snoop kind of relaxed him a little bit. I don't know if it was some secondhand high going on or whatever, but Snoop's kind of relaxed him a little bit and he started loosening up throughout the battle. But man, I think it was an overall great battle, overall great atmosphere.
What were their views like?
I don't know. I know they was consistently.
Oh shit!
It was at consistently at 500K.
That's great. Yeah.
Consistently at 500K. Swiss Beats will give you some crazy ass 2 billion number or some shit based off of total streams, or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah. On Instagram, was definitely having 500K, and then you got your Apple Music streaming as well.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it on Apple Music, but Apple Music gives you better quality to watch it. But the comments on Instagram Live is a lot better.
Everybody was in them.
Yeah,
chats.
you can see the chats and all that stuff. And the delays on the Apple Music ain't as good as on Instagram Live.
Seen Keisha Cole call out Ashanti.
I was about to say that. So before we get to who calls out who, I do want to go ahead and address this. We're gonna address a couple other ones.
Okay.
So the one before that was Jada and Fab.
Okay.
You ain't watch that one either. Did you watch any? Did you watch any?
Yes, I watched all the older ones.
Oh my God, this nigga suck. Jada and Fab. All right.
Freddie versus Jason.
I'm not even a Lots fan, but I knew that Jada was gonna win. But I didn't know it was gonna be that fucking bad.
Oh wait, so Jada Merc Fab? You kidding me?
Merc is an understatement.
Stop it. And Fab, my dude, he one of my top 5 New York artists of all.
Goddamn, just by round 8, bro. After that, Jada was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, dog.
Kiss came out swinging
because
like Mike Tyson in 1992.
But don't Fab got more hits than Kiss?
Fab got more radio hits.
Yeah, I mean, and that's really
but street hits. Okay. And the way that the order come in,
I got a lot of watching.
And then it's all about how, like how Watt said, the order, and then the aggression that Kiss is coming, and the flow that Kiss was coming with.
But Kiss flow is dumb.
Kiss was having
like
a
insane.
Good fucking time the entire.
Yeah,
Kiss
still going to this day.
Still going, just drunk the whole time. Kiss knew the battle was over at 8,
Damn.
bro. You see in the back, if you watch the videos, you see in the Fab in the back.
Fab knew it was over at 8. Fab was arguing with his DJ.
Oh man!
No, play this one.
Not this one. Play this one, dog. That shit was bad, bro. That shit was bad. So obviously we all chose Jada on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Fab chose Jada on that.
Do y'all want to say overall the ones you've watched who was one of the most mismatched ones?
I'm about to go through. That was the most mismatched.
That was the most mismatched one for sure.
That was the most mismatched one. I'm about to see. Let's see. I'm about to go through this list. Let's see if we can find a list of all the battles.
If not, I can tell you one that I know was a mismatch out the gate, and I thought it was going to be. Let me go
through the list first. Let me go through the list. All right. The first one was The Dream versus Sean Garrett. I didn't watch that one, but a lot of people did watch that one.
I heard The Dream won that one, right?
You got me fucked up. Sean Garrett won, and Sean Garrett was aggravating to watch on camera, but hit-wise, he won over Dream.
Which is kind of crazy because you're a Dream fan.
I am. Me and Monique watched it. I was pissed because I thought The Dream should have won, or would have won, rather.
All right, so this article says the crowd swore Garrett smoked Dream, but what really happened is that he pulled a Rocky.
Yeah, he pulled all the fucking. Go ahead.
It also mattered that Dream. Hold on, he pulled a Rocky. He 8 shots through the early rounds and came up swinging near the end when his opponent wound it down. But this ain't boxing. There aren't knockouts. It matters that Sean blew the first hour.
Yeah.
It also matters that Dream let a comfortable lead slip, giving up too many points. Sean won, but it was close.
That's a great way to put it. That is a great way to put it.
Damn, that was a good.
They both pulled Beyonce cards, but just to summarize it, Sean Garrett will tell you he did all of the fun Beyonce songs, and The Dream did all of the lovey Beyonce songs. So the fun ones are gonna win. The Single Ladies and all that shit is gonna win over Dangerously in Loves and all of that shit that Dream did for her.
Jagged Edge versus 112.
Didn't watch it.
Can we skip that one?
I did. Listen, I did watch it.
Uh-huh.
But the quality was so bad, I couldn't.
I would have loved to say I hope 112 won. They're my guys.
I couldn't 12. I was going for Jagged Edge.
Now, where
I'm
the
going for
entire
112.
group,
no,
doesn't Jagged Edge have some issues amongst
They're
them?
the two twins. Yes, they legal issues to where they can't all even be there.
Oh wow!
All right, so this says
it's a hard pass.
Jagged Edge won.
Okay.
This one said Jagged Edge won because they had too many hits. Hold on, wait. I take that back.
Over 112?
Too many yearning mid-tempo Jagged Edge songs in a row that made groups catalog seem formatted. 112 brought in songs with Mace, Biggie, Mobb Deep, Puff, and Faith. So 112 won that round.
Yeah.
All right.
Bad Boy
So
South.
Slim won that one, yo.
Yeah.
Slim.
Wait, this wasn't a real versus. This couldn't have been a real versus.
Who?
French Montana versus Tory Lanez.
Next.
No, that's not real.
Yeah,
Next.
okay. That's what I'm about to say because I'm not fucking.
Tory.
This is a good one. This is a good one. This
What
is
you
a good
got?
one. There's a lot of debates about this one.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Let me
Manny
guess.
Fresh versus Scott Storch.
That's the
That
one I
was
was gonna
a
say.
epic
That was the
battle.
worst. That was the most mismatch. Epic. She
That was
trash.
epic. I think it was epic. I think it was epic.
No. Now you know me. Anyone that knows Anwar Williams knows that I'm gonna be a bias to anything Cash Money, but I forgot how much hit Scott Storch was universal with his shit. Manny stuck. He was fucking Cash Money all the way through, and then a little bit of Ti.
I mean,
That's it.
that is Cash Money.
All Lil Wayne, all Cash Money, then Lil
Alright.
Ti. Scott Storch had everybody. He didn't even go into his.
But it still was a good battle.
B2K
It's
in the
not
bag.
a butt
No, it
whooping.
wasn't, man. It was unbalanced.
I disagree. I do think that Scott Storch won, but I think it was a lot closer than everybody says, and this article agrees.
Yeah.
And that
The article says people swear this was a blown out in Storch's favor, accusing Manny Fresh of having a sound too specific in his era
Ding, ding,
and
ding.
area, which is fine.
That's why I feel.
This is Riot and Storch's
think I
player,
wrote that.
quirky synthesis, hand claps, and Americanized rock out screams 2000s. It's back that ass up. Scott Storch did take the round, but it was a lot closer than a lot of people think. That's my opinion. That's what this article agrees with. Kwame, you agree too?
I agree wholeheartedly.
All right. So this one couldn't have been a real one either. Boy Wonder and Hit Boy.
No, I did watch that. That was Boy Wonder.
That was a real one?
Yeah. That
Okay.
was, when it was on their versus low point. When you listen to media, they're not. They're solid.
They're young kids.
Yeah,
Young
they're
cats, right?
solid, but they're young.
So who you have for that one?
Boy Wonder destroyed them because
Okay.
Boy Wonder has all Drake's
Yep, this one has
exclusive music. So, yeah, Boy Wonder won that one.
All right, we got Neo and Jonta Austin.
That was a great one. And not because I'm a huge Neo fan, and I thought Neo would have blew it out, and I still think it was very close. But Jonte rather, he has a Mariah bag that's out the fucking window, and a Chris Brown bag that he went into heavily. So yes,
Hey, Kwame, your mic is giving us a lot of feedback. Can you figure out what you're going to do over there,
yeah.
please,
So
sir?
I still give it to Neo, even though it was like kind of biased because he has so many of his own hits. So it's like you're pulling out your own songs. But he went to his Beyonce bag, and he does have a couple Chris Browns. But it was fun. I'll put it at that. I'm gonna say Neo.
So did you watch that one?
No,
I didn't watch it either. I was in the process of moving at that time. But this one has Neo edging it out.
That's about perfectly put.
Fabulous and Jadakiss was
Skip.
skipped.
Yeah.
No. Are they?
But y'all
gonna
talked
talk
about it.
the Billy
Oh,
Bond
what the
time?
article said? The article said Jadakiss ran off with it because
No, one of the greatest battles I've seen was the Buju Banton
Wait,
versus.
Bitch, can I get to the goddamn
But I
list?
thought that was before.
This is
that.
not order. This is not in
Oh,
order.
oh,
Damn.
oh.
Fuck, nigga. Babyface versus Teddy Riley.
we know that. That's the
that was a
meme's
Babyface.
favorite. Yeah.
And Teddy Riley had some terrible ass Wi-Fi. Ain't no competing with Babyface.
Yeah.
Ooh, this was a good one. Ludacris versus Nelly.
Awesome.
Actually, it really wasn't a good one.
I say
It
Luda
wasn't
burnt
awesome.
him.
What do you mean awesome?
Yeah, Luda burnt him.
Because it took me back. Awesome because people are gonna laugh when I say this. Luda was been one of my 5 favorite, not best, but favorite rappers because I just had so much fun listening to him growing up. But it was some
goofy.
tracks
I
on
can
there
see
that I forgot. You know what I'm saying? That made me say, "Oh shit."
So who you had then?
I mean, I have Luda destroying him, but it was just not a good battle.
Yeah,
Because Nelly was just.
Nelly was doing his own thing.
Yeah.
and
He had some
audio
new
was-
audio
songs.
was fucked up.
He had a couple new songs he kept getting hung up on.
This is another good one.
I know T-Pain and what's his
T-Pain
name?
and Lil Jon.
Lil Jon won, and I love T-Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good battle.
But it was a back-to-back one. That
Yeah.
was one of those
Yeah.
one where it's hit after hit.
It was
banger
fun.
after
If
banger.
nothing else, it was fun as fuck. Hits.
All right, so they said this one was a back-to-back banger. The winner of this one was Us.
That's a good one.
That's a good response.
Mm-hmm.
I was moving at this time to Fred Hammond and Kurt Franklin.
No, skip. No
I
offense.
watched that one.
You did?
Yeah, it was really
Damn, how
good.
you gonna take skip over the Lord? Nigga,
I knew he was
you
gonna
a
say
fucking
that.
heathen,
I didn't
bro.
think he
Fucking
watched it.
heathen.
That was great. And they brought out.
I heard, and they brought out what's the name
Marvin
mom. Yeah,
Sapp.
they brought a Marvin Sapp and they brought a what's the name mom? Was it Breonna Taylor? One of the
I don't know.
they brought out one of the people that got killed, George Floyd's mother.
Oh.
That was definitely a really good one. I'm not, Lord wins at all times, so.
Did
I'm
they
not
say
gonna
that?
Decide who won that one.
I can't remember that. I don't know if it was George Floyd, but they brought out somebody's mom who had died, which was dope, and they brought out Marvin Sapp. But so they said millennials, God's property. They didn't even say who won this one. They just said They just said if you're old enough to appreciate it, you're old enough to appreciate it.
That's funny.
I didn't watch this one. Alicia Keys versus John Legend.
Ew, no.
How you gonna say ew?
Because I mean, it's weird to see
John
like guy music versus woman music.
I don't see Alicia Keys. Be honest with you, I just don't see Alicia Keys bad. But it says John Legend won.
Okay.
Actually, I take it back. It said Alicia Keys came armed to the teeth with hits and wisely avoided. It said Alicia Keys won.
Okay.
I don't know about that one.
You seen it?
No.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't. It don't even sound like it makes sense to go against each other.
But I mean, again, she had Swiss on her team, so
Swiss
Swiss prepared her properly.
Yeah.
John Legend's
Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer. That shit was live. That shit was live. That shit was live. I don't necessarily know who won, but that shit was live. That was definitely a top 3.
Damn.
That shit was live. Them niggas
I never even knew they did
niggas
one.
had a whole party. The police came trying to shut that bitch down. Kept going, bro.
And
That
respect
shit
to those
crazy.
two brothers, 'cause they had beef at one point.
Yeah, and
That's
they was the
pretty dope.
first ones to do the verses together.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
so-
ask when did that start actually.
Yeah. So let's
Live from Jamaica.
Snoop Dogg and versus DMX. We already got that one on there. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on, let's see who they said won though, because I think we all thought it was Push. It was a lot for Snoop from the minute they announced his sparring. DMX put on a good show, but I disagree with this.
They
one.
said Snoop won.
So they basically said that Snoop won from
since he
beginning.
walked in the door.
Yeah, that's
Probably because the vibe he carried.
It said the battle wasn't a blowout fans might have expected, but the West Coast legend ran off with it.
I don't know about that
I
one.
don't know about that, pimp. I don't know about that one, pimp. And they did a Swiss versus Timberland one.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. I didn't know that was a versus. I didn't know they did.
It was whack. They was in the car.
Oh, okay.
It was dark as hell. It was like, yeah, it was whack.
RZA versus DJ Premier.
I watched that one. That was a really good battle. DJ Premier won though. In my
Primo
opinion.
was the favorite in the day. Still, this one was too close to get hung up on scoring.
Does that sound right?
Do you agree?
Yeah, give it to yeah.
All right. And number one was Erica versus Jill Scott.
Yeah, I didn't listen, but I heard it was great.
Yeah, I didn't. I was doing something at that time, but they said they didn't even battle. They was just basically just chilling the whole time.
Oh, they said they had the most. They had the
They
most
said the
views
story was the
though.
best thing.
Yeah.
They said they had the most views though.
Well,
They broke 1 million or some shit like that.
All of them broke 1 million after that.
I thought they meant at the time of.
I mean, every versus after that pretty much broke 1 million after that. Though.
I feel like even though they don't have it, I feel like there's something missing. I don't know, maybe.
So since we talking about verses, let's go ahead and get to the call outs. Do y'all want to go ahead and get into how do y'all feel about T.I. calling out 50 Cent?
I thought it was I would just for entertainment because they're both extremely fucking entertaining and they're both bullies in their own lane. I would love to see it, but I don't think it matched.
I think it matched.
You-
I actually think T.I.'s catalog is. People don't sleep on Tip, man.
Go
Tip's
ahead.
People do slip.
catalog is
I do
expensive.
agree with that.
Talk to him.
So that gets to my point about DMX versus Snoop. If you go to 30, T.I. gonna take it.
Yeah, you mean
But if
Snoop?
Yeah, T.I. versus. I'm just saying that's
Oh,
the
okay,
same
yeah.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to 30, T.I. gonna take it just like Snoop was gonna take it. But if you talking about just 20,
50 got a good
50
run.
might have a good chance.
Yeah, he has
Actually,
an excellent
I would say
chance,
10 to 15. I don't know about 20 for
I don't know, bro,
50
because
songs.
he might throw out some G Unit songs. He might throw out some features.
Yeah,
you never
Some
know.
of the game or something. His whole first album.
Yeah,
alone
shit.
was
He wrote the
fucking-
whole game album.
Yeah,
What
the
you
whole
mean?
documentary. Yeah, he did. He gave him the whole
So
fucking
can
album.
he do that? Can he play those songs?
My
Yeah.
thing is,
Yeah,
okay,
if you
playing
yeah.
those, it's a rap.
Yeah.
maybe the reason why I say like things don't match because I want to see it make sense like almost. I think Luda and Nelly's were close as far as type of music, and then I don't
You
think.
saying you want the genre to kind of match up?
Yeah,
a little
exactly. So it's a little off when you do it that way because all the shit, 50 shit, would seem like more rugged except for his.
But that's the same thing. That's the same thing that everybody was saying with
Yeah.
X and Snoop too, though.
Yeah, that's why at first I wasn't that amped about it, but their personalities alone made me want to just see it. You know what
I
I'm saying?
would rather want to see Tip versus Ross for the battle.
I
of the
would like to
South.
see two Southerners, like
Yeah.
okay, like for example, now when you look at Payne and you look at
If you got Tip versus Ross, who you taking?
shit,
All right, so y'all might not like this, but
go ahead.
everybody call Tip the King of the South, but I got Rick Ross as the King of the South. I think Rick Ross longevity.
over Tip longevity. You fuck?
Hold on.
You got to think though.
Ross
T.I.
longevity, who he brought onto the game, and still to this day, Ross is still hitting. Word to entanglements, he still got hits right now. T.I.'s last few projects, I mean,
But you got to think though. T.I. came out 98, 2000.
Yeah,
Yes, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah. I'm serious came out 2002.
No, that was my freshman year. I could look that up. I remember that.
I'm
freshman
serious
year.
came out. I know what you're talking about, Kwame. Like the singles were popping off right when we became
they popped
freshmen.
out.
We became freshmen in college ish. 2002 going in. I remember that because I had that as my answer machine songs at fucking FAMU my freshman year. But this album itself came out like 2001 or some shit. It wasn't
2001, 2019, yeah, 2001.
Yeah, so that right there, yes. And then Ross, yes, he was slip and slide, but Ross wasn't putting out hits until
and I was listening
Push It to the Limit, and that was in what?
And you got to think, T.I. also started the DJ drama series.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So if you want to get the Black Bar Mitzvah and all that stuff that Rick Ross talking about, you got to go through all the Gangsta Grills first.
Gangsta Grills, you bastards.
So you think Ross doesn't have a chance?
Oh no, I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance. If you narrowing it to 20, but you saying longevity, I'm just saying you acting like T.I. ain't have longevity.
All right. So
I'm
let me clarify this. Ross's catalog his albums are better in my opinion because.
But we're talking about singles.
Oh yeah,
that's how they're gonna do the verses. Yeah. They're gonna throw hits at each other.
You gotta throw hits, and T.I. has hits, not necessarily just hits. He has Billboard hits.
Yes, nigga. Yeah. Top charts.
And he has the street hits.
Ross got street hits mainly. And a couple,
I'm for the streets, so
I feel you. But I mean, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse.
This nigga went to private school his whole life and shit. Talking about he for the streets.
From Wisconsin. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but that's how I felt about the Scott Storch and Manny. Manny got all them street hits we all know about, but Scott got those bangers that hit charts and everybody.
And that's the reason. That's the reason why I'm not necessarily mad at your opinion about Scott Storch taking it as a sweep versus me and Kwame saying that that Manny had it because we was with the streets.
I mean, shit, me too. If you just
already took your claim.
No, I did. But if you just let me hear Manny's run, I'm turned. You know what I'm saying? But again, the songs didn't match. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit matched.
When you listen to the battle and you hear like "Live Your Life" from T.I., I'm not really trying to hear that. I like the aggressive stuff. When on the battle,
but do you think that he's gonna play that in 20 songs?
It's one of his biggest hits.
But he's not gonna play that.
Unless Ross plays something that
When Ross play BMF, what you gonna do?
He gonna play top back
or 24s or nigga,
what
you kidding? Rubber Band Man, nigga. Shit,
I got BMF as a instant win on a round.
BMF, you got BMF.
Yeah, I love this. BMF,
he'll probably and T.I. might play off of that, or he might again if he plays 24s, if he plays fucking Rubber Band Man, any of those old out the gate, first and second album.
Yeah,
nigga. Those meet with BMF. You know what I'm saying?
If you play Pussy Papa #1, I'm taking that bitch. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Even though people don't fuck with, if you play Stand Up,
and a lot of niggas probably don't even know what Pussy Papa is. It's Stand Up.
If you play Stand Up with Trick and fucking Wayne, you fucking kidding me?
Pussy niggas Stand Up.
Talk to him, man.
That would be. I think that would be a great battle. I like that battle, especially for those that are from the South. Us being from the South, that would bring maybe a tear to my eye, man.
It would be lovely. I mean, I know this would never happen, but if T.I. and fucking Wayne, went head for head, that would be fun too.
I don't know. They talking about doing the next battle. I think Wayne is kind of open to doing a battle now.
But with who?
I mean, that
would be his only person that I would thought would have been.
Wayne to do it with anybody. I think Wayne to do it with anybody if you get anybody that's in that upper epsilon of rappers.
I don't want to see it to be like how Wayne would be the Manny, and then who would be the Scott Storch, someone that's kind of everywhere. Now Wayne got more crossover shit than obviously like Manny, because Manny they would do production.
I don't think that would be a problem with Wayne because Wayne been on literally everybody's shit.
He could play. He could do Destiny Child, fucking Soldier. He can do. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a problem with Wayne. But who?
I don't think too many people in that Wayne smoke.
Nah,
and especially because he could dive into the Squad Up mixtape bang. That's a problem right there.
If he get another Southern rapper, it'd be fun for us. It'd be fun for us Southern folk.
Who else got called out? Okay, I know you said Alicia Keys. No, you said Keisha Cole called out who?
You said
Ashanti.
Called out Ashanti. What battle rapper would y'all want? What battle would you guys want to see?
Let me think, because I had this conversation with somebody and I can't remember. Of course, you know me. I'm trying to find a way to bring some Southern rappers in that I know ain't out. You know what?
We are international.
Real quick.
International podcast. We got people in Germany listening to us, bro.
We skipped one that they didn't talk about. We skipped one that they didn't talk about. Remember I said I knew they skipped one. It was trash as hell. Fucking that Trina and Trick shit.
Oh, I didn't see this thing about it because nobody knew what happened.
It was a blur. You know what I'm saying?
And that was they did it on their own. So I didn't even know what happened until the day after. And I'm mad.
I was mad because
Because that would have been live.
Trick is a fucking legend too now. Yeah. I would love to see him have went against
but
an
Trick
old head.
doesn't have 20 songs.
No, he don't. I mean, that's why you. I mean, after a while, the verses should get old when you keep doing 20 songs. If you cut it down to 10 to 15.
We just talked about how Snoop and DMX was great.
Because they both have them. I just mean like, okay, if you did Trick, you don't want to force it. Like you said, he don't got 20, so why reach for 20? You know what I'm saying?
Because you have to do 20. You have to pull out your bag and see and play it by strategy. Because like I said, if we went to 30, DMX might not have even been in it. Yeah. But if you're doing 20, he's in it. Just like 50 Cent. If you're doing 30, he might not be in it.
Yeah, but if you did, I understand. I got you.
Well, a couple of them that I want to see. This might be a group battle, but I want to see No Limit versus Cash Money.
That would be lit.
That would be dope.
That would be lit.
Insanely dope.
But that was ultimately though Scott Storch versus goddamn Nate Frank.
Yeah, and that's what I wasn't liking too. When you started hearing the same songs, like when you watch The Dream, and I'm sorry, when you watch Neo and Jonte, you know what I'm saying? They did their songs and they did the ones they were writing for. But then when you did listen to The Dream and Sean Garrett, you heard the same songs, but you forget they also wrote on those same songs. So there's like. They get like co-writing, I guess whatever it's called. Yeah, so you hear the same songs. Like I thought Jonte said he wrote that. I thought Sutton said he wrote that.
So give me somebody that you would want to see.
I want to see Usher versus Chris Brown.
That would be nice.
That would be super dope.
That would be tough.
That would be dope.
That'd be tough. I think. Who would you take? I think I might take Chris Brown. I'm a Usher. Usher's my guy. I'm taking Usher overall.
But I think play that whole album.
But it depends on what type of.
That's 05 though. Chris just started back in 05.
But it depends on what type of vibe you're going for. Because if Chris Brown hit you with them club hits after club hits after club hits,
he murking,
and then Usher not gonna be able to keep up with that. He has some. Don't get me wrong, but he's not gonna be able to keep up with 20 records. Because
he got hits. In this club, and he got a few more. But
then if Usher flip it to the baby making music.
But then Chris do too. But you got to be a Chris fan to know.
Exactly. But he has to have 20 of those baby making songs.
I understand. That would be dope though to watch. Even though the generations kind of a little outdate each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt about Jonte and Neo, because Jonte went way back in Mariah and a few before. But then Neo, he started right after Chris Brown and Mario, and then he went after. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff was before each other's time, or one before the other.
You know what I want to see?
Who's that?
It ain't gonna never happen. Drake versus Wale. Not Wale. Excuse me. Not Wale. Kendrick Cole.
Kendrick Cole or J. Cole?
Kendrick Lamar. I'm tripping. I'm drunk.
They ain't got like 20 songs. Drake got a zillion songs.
I like Drake versus Kanye.
That would be a good one too, but I think that might be a lot of animosity.
Yeah,
because he did talk about having sex with his wife.
I would rather see I'd rather see Kendrick and J. Cole versus Drake.
Neither one of them gonna be happy
because Drake is too big.
But no, I just want to see.
I got Kendrick in that one.
I want to see who's going to think they're the better MC out of that, and who's going to play those MC type of records. Is Drake going to play those MC records, or is he going to play those lovey-dovey records?
He's going to play what the girls want to hear, which is the hits, and that's how he'll win. Because he caters to the women.
But I don't think
he could play whatever.
Everything,
He give you anything.
I feel you.
Most diverse rapper.
I feel you. I would like to see, even if you want to take it back to our generation more, I would like to see random like Tank and Tyrese or some shit like that.
I think they tried that shit, but
I mean, they're in the same. Huh?
Does Tank and Tyrese have beef?
Two of them got I think them two. I think all of them got a little beef with each other.
No,
but
hold
I think
on. It was Tank, Tyrese, and
Genuine.
Yeah, they got beef.
Genuine and Tyrese don't like each other.
Yeah. No. Tank and Tyrese don't like each other.
Oh,
nah, nigga, the only reason Anwar want to fucking see fucking Tank is because this nigga want to suck a nigga dick.
That's the gayest shit ever. Fucking fag.
Niggas out here talking about something, suck a dick twice and don't make you gay.
That nigga there, man. Anyway, I remember hearing that story. We definitely not about to talk about that shit. But yeah, there was some internal beef between that group. That's why the TGT shit never like flew off after that one album they did. They still fought with each other, but I know there was a lot of ill shit going on between Tyrese and Tank, because Tyrese was saying some shit about Tank have too many artists rapping on his stuff. He's like, if you got to make a whole album about with niggas rapping on it, then you're not a good artist, because Tyrese made the album, all he did was sing and nobody was featured, so it was like a shot.
Speaking of Tyrese, have y'all seen this nigga comments randomly in these verses? These niggas
don't he just
tearing his ass up?
Nah, don't he just be putting like fire and
No, bro, he be in there spelling words all wrong and shit, man. Like he did.
I know he be in all of the verses. I do see his name pop up all the fucking time.
But yeah, hilarious, dog.
Hell nah. But anyway, on to the shits right there. So yeah, I know nobody has spoke about it yet, and y'all like, what the fuck these niggas gonna talk about the infamous entanglement? But yes, damn Jada and Will, we won't stay on it too long, but y'all already heard the situation. Miss Red Table herself, whatever the shit's called, fucking with that young ass boy.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yes, then crushed that man's soul. I'm talking about took his soul.
dun, dun, dun.
Cougar clawed that nigga's soul out his fucking chest like Mortal Kombat.
Dun,
And now poor Will, who's the victim in all of this,
dun, dun, dun.
he has to walk around with a wife that he lives with. And, you know, I'm sure there's been issues inside that household. But now everyone knows one of the issues, which is August Alsina is sleeping with that man's wife. Welcomed in was, but it wasn't like an incident. It was like a relationship, or as they would title it, an entanglement. So, my question is, August, was all of this just an excuse for you to drop this album, or this song with Rick Ross titled Entanglement? Answer me that, listeners. What do you think?
Nah, so this is not his first time doing this shit, so I don't know why it's like a surprise, because he did the same shit last year when he dropped the album, came out with all this fucking crazy shit about him and Jada. He even dropped like a crazy ass video of like showing text messages with him and Jada, and shit was crazy, bro.
Definitely
you ain't never seen that?
Nope.
Oh my god, bro, you wild. Kwame, you saw it?
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
That was last year.
Oh, that was last
Yes.
year. And he used Jada's middle name,
because
right?
he was on Red Table Talk last year.
Yeah, he was on that shit.
And then shortly after that, that's when he came out with the video.
Damn. So this is Entanglement Part 2. Poor Will, like I said.
It's not necessarily Entanglement Part 2. It's a continuation of Entanglement. It's just being exposed right now.
I was just gonna say
just
the
being
exposed part of it. So anyway, I mean, shit. I wish you could call in and tell me what you think. But no, I think this is kind of weird. I don't put none of this shit past Jada. We've heard all the rumors about their marriage, the swinging, the sharing each other, and it's a marriage of celebrities that can have and do have what they want. So I don't put none of this shit past them. But judging by the red table, and watching Will's expressions, that nigga's bothered. This shit doesn't sit well with him. It didn't sit well when it happened, and he's still like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I don't blame him.
Now, do you think he's bothered by the fact that it came out, or the fact that it actually happened?
Both. Both. I think he was bothered more, of course, when it happened, because you know, everyone knows Jada is like, have known to be a sexaholic. She's all of this and blah 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 blah. And then again, they've had allegedly, sure, they've had their issues. The swinging thing, I think it was true, but there was no proof.
Allegedly.
So therefore, it died and went under the rug. But I think he's bothered now because Will's big on image. You know, he's been a figure to us, and then their marriage has been what? Goals, quote unquote goals to the fucking black community. But to see this happening inside of one of our favorite marriages household makes you say, oh, I don't want my marriage to be there. Everybody say, I want that Will and Jada. I want that J and B.
Nigga
Beyonce.
said that J. Cole verse got retracted like a motherfucker.
And it just points out that there's no such thing as a perfect marriage.
Facts.
I just want these women and men to know.
Here come the married nigga out here with some fucking sense and some knowledge.
Ain't no such thing as a perfect marriage. That's all I wanted to say, you know.
I guess they talking to me because I'm the only single nigga here. So they trying to tell me my expectations too high. Matter of fact, I told y'all that my ex told me good luck. Watch finding your unicorn.
Damn, nigga, shit, that was deep.
There, they just ain't in the marriage.
Shit, I can believe that. Man.
Nah, there was also another meme out there was like, is there any niggas that still stop it, bitch? You just ain't the one.
Yeah. All of that. Oh, well, that should be so funny. But I mean, you right though, man. I mean, I don't say I feel bad or nothing like that. I feel bad for August, because obviously he was going through some shit, and you know, she probably helped him through that, and then ended up fucking him, and then she screwed him right the foot back over from the shit he was already going through. Then on the flip side, you got Will, who big figure in our community, in our culture and whatnot, and he has to have this shit exposed. All he did was just be there. Then August put out the whole, I got permission, and motherfucker was like, get no damn permission.
So since we talking there, let's go back to your original question.
Okay.
You said Will Smith was look bothered, and was he bothered by what's happened, or was he bothered that it came out? First off, I agree. He did. That nigga looked bothered.
Yes.
That nigga said, "Cut the shit, Jada."
He said, let's call it what it is. What
happened? Shit happened. What happened?
Let's call it what it is.
Red table. Let's get to the shit.
All right. To your point, do you think that he gave the permission?
No.
Kwame?
That's an easy one. I think no.
I think they had an agreement on some things. I think Will probably didn't approve of August per se.
That's what I was about to get to. I think that he was open to doing whatever the fuck you want to do, because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. But this nigga here, nah.
Yeah, and then isn't that Jaden's
not this
friend?
one, not this one.
Ain't that Jaden's friend? Isn't that how he was brought into the house as a friend of the son?
Yes.
I don't know that.
So August got invited to the family due to having a bond with Jaden.
Yeah.
And during this time, August was going through some personal situations, and I believe he had like an addiction and some depression going on. And basically, the way it seems, it's like kind of predatory the way that Jaden brings
we
this
gonna
kid
get
in.
into that. We're gonna get 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 into that. But so you say that you agree there was an arrangement. It's just that August was the problem.
Yes.
And why I agree with that statement. You said that you think that August was a problem too. So you want?
Yeah, I think I agree. I think he was upset, of course, that it happened, but because it was him, a young guy, you know, and it was the whole.
So do you think
thing.
that if it was anybody else, it wouldn't have been a problem?
Not a problem.
Do you think this is the first time this happened?
Hell no.
No, I do think it's the first time because it's the first time that it's been exposed.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think it's the first time it happened. I think
Jada been doing her thing.
Yeah, Jada been doing her thing. That's my opinion.
Me too. Me and my
Allegedly,
wife talked about that, and I said the same
I mean,
thing.
they've been open with that, right?
Somewhat.
No,
No. They've denied. They've denied the claims and said they never entertained
they said they've
it.
intentionally not said anything
On purpose.
about it, on
Yes.
But
To
they
not
said
entertain it.
in a Red Table show with Jada's mom that she said we're gonna be together regardless.
Yeah.
Either you gonna want this side of the room,
Yeah,
but again, that's why they never said anything.
Yeah.
Intentionally, they just left
Exactly.
it open for your interpretation.
Yep.
And that's their privacy. You know,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they do is what they do.
All right. So,
Until this nigga
do
came
you
on.
think that Jada preyed on his mental illness, on August's mental illness?
No. I think she's just a cougar. I mean, and at the time, no homo, but you've heard about his rumors to have, been tearing girls inside out because he's supposedly blah, 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 blah. But I think she's already a cougar, and this isn't her first run. And he was just, hey, he's accessible. He was brought into the house. Not an ugly dude. Boom. He's just another one. He just got crushed by it.
Okay.
I think Jada gets off on assisting and helping people because when you get this much success, it's a good feeling to help others. I don't think she went in there in this with the intention.
So you saying this is the reason why she ain't even created the Red Table Talk in the first place?
Bingo.
I think we're here, Kwame. I think we're here.
Getting her
She didn't go in
victims.
there looking for this.
Yeah.
And she just got caught up and entangled with the situation.
And what?
No pun intended. Or
Yeah.
all pun intended.
Yeah, all pun intended. But I don't think she went in there with intentions to do so. It's like you kind of get more engaging with those that you're closest to, and it seemed like they had a bond regardless before this actually happened. And I believe August might have gotten things misconstrued.
And I think to piggyback off of that, at the point in time where all this allegedly occurred, her and Will was separated as well. So, unfortunately, like that work husband at your wife's job, there's always a nigga in the back creeping,
Ready to pounce.
ready to pounce, and shit, and vice versa, because she's ready to pounce on whoever's near more accessible, like Kwame said. So. He was accessible. He was already there into the fold, and so shit. Let me go ahead and get what I could get.
A shoulder to cry on. Eventually turns on a dick to ride on.
Yeah, man. So, damn. Your microphone, man. Hold your microphone still. Stop.
The wires.
You doing all this moving.
Nah, but
So yeah, man. Yeah, I think it was a crazy situation. Let's go ahead and flip it. If you were on Will Smith's side, and both of you niggas are married. Both of you niggas are married. You and your wife are going through a rough patch. You guys may not even be separated, but you guys decide, okay, maybe we should explore other options. You have the freedom to do anything. Would you be as strong? First off, would you be willing to be as strong as Will to let your wife?
let her.
I'm gonna let two go first.
I mean, everyone knows that this is the, what do they call it, double standard thing. Like, men do it all the time, blah, blah, blah. But then to give the green light to the fucking woman.
Let the chorus loose.
There you go.
Pull your mic up. Hold the chorus in this hand. There you go.
Right thing,
But to answer that question, I think ain't no let. No, I'm sorry. There's never going to be a part of my life where the green light is given for her to do anything like that. I guess a better question is almost like, how would I deal with it if it happens? I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, how would you deal with it if it occurred?
And of course, there's a part of me that says I've done enough shit in my past to.
To be honest, yeah, Anwar, I'm about to say.
Anyway, I'm no saint. I'm no saint. My wife knows I'm not one anyway. Her exact words would be, "Nigga, you was a hoe."
The shit y'all been through in the past.
Nigga, you was a hoe.
And
That
y'all
would be
made it
her
to where y'all
words.
at right now.
Exactly. So it's almost like, the karma. I would have to be ready to accept it if it does happen. Now, will I be upset and throw the fit and all the shit? Yes, duh. I love that woman. Of course, I'm gonna have to, play my part. How would I be if it happened? I don't even like to think that shit, honestly. I don't even like. It's a tough answer, man. It's like, I know motherfuckers got one ear to the thing. Like, what the fuck is gonna be said? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I don't want to be put in that boat. I don't want to act like I'm gonna be the toughest man in the world when it happens. But no, there's no green light to that. Could I be as strong as him and stay in that marriage? That's another question.
That's the question. That's the second part of the question.
Could I be as strong as Will and stay in that marriage? In his situation, yes. In mine, no. He's rich. They've been together a lifetime. They can. I don't know. They have access to other shit.
So hold on. You sit here saying that technically y'all have 3 kids together. Well, 2 kids. 2 kids.
They grown.
Technically 3.
They grown.
Technically 3. Even though there's technically 2 with her. You just sitting here. You gonna throw that away?
Yeah, man. Niggas get divorces every day, B.
No,
get divorces every day, B.
It's the fact that, all right, so would I ever be, what was the initial question?
The initial question was, would you ever be open to being in Will's space of letting your wife
get hit by another dude? Let's be straight up with it.
No, because you doing you on your side.
Entangled. You on your side. Have an entanglement.
Let's put it this way.
It's gonna be a double standard. Let's put it this way. With that one,
you guys are separated and you guys are having an open relationship.
No, so all right. So that's where we defer because I would never have an open relationship because I'm selfish. I can't even. Yeah. I don't even want to think about.
Yeah, nigga,
men are.
You missed this nigga text message by 2 minutes. Hey man, why you ain't text me back?
Yeah,
he calling you.
No. I don't. I'm display insecurities, but I'm not open for another man touching my wife. I mean, that's the reason why I got committed to her and had these vows under God. He about to get salute to Will for even being on that page because I couldn't. He's a better man than me because
again to Anwar's point, in the event that this occurs, in the event that something does happen, in the event that you find out that she even cheated on you,
how long am I Will or am I me?
That's
I'm fresh.
Are you you?
Two answers.
Because I know me. I can't do it because I can't. And you know the nigga that hit her. Come on, man.
This nigga out of all the niggas, this nigga.
Little ass boy.
You know too much about the nigga too. You know the nigga got it. All right, Koj. You know he tearing women up. He attractive. He younger than you.
You know what I'm saying?
Will don't got that 6-pack no more.
He can sing his ass off, which
He's
is
singing to my wife right here.
Any nigga that can't sing is jealous of a nigga that can because it's like, nigga, if I can sing, you don't know how much more pussy I can get. That's a discussion we used to have all the time.
That nigga used to serenade women all the time.
Yeah, bitch, fuck you.
This nigga said.
Oh man.
You don't know what the nigga wants.
Yeah. Exactly. That be it. I'm trying to tell you.
Dog.
I'm trying to tell you.
So yeah, that pretty much answers your question. Yeah. There's no way in the world it's going down.
Sheesh.
All right, man. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap that up.
Yeah, man. So, entanglements. Singles out
but
now.
I do want to give a shout out because the song is fire, though. Even though Rick Ross is throwing sneak disses all throughout that bitch.
I never listened to it.
I listened.
Oh, I did want to touch on one thing.
What's that?
Yeah,
what?
Is August wrong for letting his truths out?
I think he's wrong for the moment. At the moment of time that he's doing it. Years later, at the moment where you're about to drop an album. If it was something where he truly expressed his feelings, he could have let that out when he did Red Table Talk last year.
Yeah. He dropped the album out last year too.
Yeah, but he could have expressed all that stuff out then versus now when dropping the album again a year later.
So you think he went into that interview with intentions on speaking on this?
You talking about now or before?
Yeah, like what is it? Whenever he had the interview with Angela Yee.
He volunteered
he went into it. He did that on his own.
No, did you think he went into the interview with intentions on speaking on this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
every celebrity, every celebrity.
That's a hell of a
has,
rollout.
Hear me out. Every
I need to see this nigga's album sales.
Has a PR person, someone that vets the interviewer and says these are topics you can and can't talk about.
And matter of fact, I think Angela Yee said that
Yes.
The first thing that when she got there, he was like, I know what you're going to ask. So
Exactly.
Go ahead and ask
That's
that
what I was
first.
getting to. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
He was ready. He was looking forward to that moment.
He needed that clickbait.
Yep. So my thing to that is, yes, I think he's wrong. I think he's hurt, but I think he's wrong because that's a question. Sure, if my therapist asks me, I'm going to be as open as I need to be. But that couple that you intruded on their life,
They chilling.
They're powerful.
They were doing.
Yeah, they're a
doing
powerful
their own thing.
couple, and they're quiet as hell. Which means, again, now if she's talking about it on her table talk, and you want to entertain it because rumor is you're the guy she was speaking about. If she was speaking about it, sure, but no, you volunteered that. You came in that interview with that intent to use that platform you were on to get this shit out. And you see how long he talked about it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just answer vaguely or indirectly, but he stayed on it for a minute. But you also seen he was hurt. Yeah. That's a hurt nigga thing.
Yeah,
you know
I don't blame him for speaking his truth, but
Yeah.
speaking his truth, I don't know, however many years later.
Yeah, that's another thing.
You just keep bringing this back up because you want people to talk about you.
Facts.
That's how I feel.
Facts.
Well, he accomplished that goal.
Because we're talking about his ass right now.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So
yeah. Anyway, that was some of the shits that we was on. The most one of the most recent, probably still is kind of going on right now, was the situation with Meg the Stallion.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Tory Lane. So to sum up the base, okay, Meg the Stallion, Tory Lane's partying together, something like that.
First off, I want to say Cardi B for president.
All of that, yeah. That part.
You don't even know what I'm saying. You don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't, but there it is.
Shout out to Cardi
with
B.
my dog.
Cardi B gave me all the coronavirus updates I needed to hear. All the fucking updates I needed to hear, like a governor or some shit. She did that shit all on Instagram Live. She was
Salute to Cardi.
Speaking like how I feel to the president. Shout out to Cardi B. Cardi B for president 2024. Yeah.
Party. Anyway.
Not Kanye. Cardi.
But yeah, back to the Meg Thee Stallion. Anyway, word on the street is she got shot. She got shot in her foot.
Do you even know the story for real?
I do, yeah. Okay. She got well, it was so many mixed stories. It kept coming out more and more facts. Long story short, her and Tory Lanez was hanging out at a little party, or they was having a party at a mansion.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't alleged.
Yeah, no, they were hanging out at a party, whatever. And I know she was said first to have had taken wounds to her feet. They tried to lie and say she had stepped.
Back it up. So the party that they were at was Kylie Jenner's party. They were at Kylie Jenner's party. They went on live and all that stuff. Apparently, Tory went to the party with Megan Thee Stallion, I guess trying to show her off or whatever. But however, Tory wasn't getting no attention. Megan was getting all the attention. So Megan was doing her own thing. Mm-hmm. And then they went on live, her and Kylie, whatever, one of them damn Jenners. And then Tory came in. So that's how everybody knew that she was with Tory. And then they left. Mm-hmm. Apparently,
they were about to leave.
No, they left.
They did leave.
Yes, they left. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there was a altercation between them two.
And some dudes.
It was apparent.
The
first story was with some dudes.
Okay,
go ahead.
No, because I mean, I think my order is backwards.
Give me the story that you heard.
The story I heard first was that she was there was altercation with her and Tory in the car. There was a whole situation going on for whatever reason, and that's when there was some shots fired in the fucking car.
Where you get the dudes from then?
Another shit that I was listening to where some dudes were trying to come on to Meg and, you know what I'm saying, being extra, like, because she was dancing and shit. And Tory was coming to her aid, like, hey, man, fall back, just chill, leave her alone.
Yeah.
And anyway, Tory went to bust in the air, like, to scare these niggas off. And these niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's when they got back in the car. But go ahead.
Apparently what would happen was, I'm not gonna say we've all have, but we've all seen that chick, and I'll say I've been in fucking where your girl is out having a good time, she vibing, she doing her thing or whatever. All right, babe, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
and
she don't want to leave.
She don't want to leave. She having a good time. She out vibing. So Tory felt like she was getting too much attention. Tory felt some type of way. I guess that they left, pulled her out or whatever, the party, whatever, got into an altercation, and apparently she was trying to leave the vehicle at the time, and Tory was upset and was supposed to, like you said, shoot in the air to kind of get, and this is all alleged. I don't know how true this is. Supposed to, get her attention, but apparently got mad and shot her in the foot. Initially, Megan Thee Stallion had said that it was just a glass
Yeah,
stuck in her foot
because she knew that nigga
because she
about to
didn't
go
want
to
to
jail,
snitch.
jail.
But
She's
then,
a real one for that.
she's a real one for that. But then all of her people, her hairstylist, her best
Yeah.
friend, security, was like, nah, fuck that. This nigga Tory's done this and that. And they all went on their tyrants on social media.
Okay.
So that's allegedly the story. Um, I've always thought that Tory and Megan was an odd couple to just be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard
I always knew
Tory
they was fucking.
is like that. Period. Though, like he's
erratic.
Yeah, yes. He's
Napoleon
that.
complex ass.
And he wants all the attention when he don't
Yeah.
get it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He goes off the
Right.
deep end. He's had multiple gun charges already. He's already on probation to not be allowed to have guns, but he's continuously keeps these motherfuckers. I can't be mad at that, but you continuously doing that, but you know good and well you don't know how to act with guns, and some shit like this pop off.
The brother got a Napoleon complex, and it seems like I'm outside looking in. Seems like he has, like I said, Napoleon complex, and I'm sure this probably when he not even being alleged is some drugs and alcohol was in this play.
Yeah, I was,
Drugs, alcohol, and emotions.
Yeah, and that's a bad combination.
Horrible. Probably the worst combination you could possibly find.
The worst of combinations.
Yeah.
Probably. So, do y'all think that? And shout out to Meg. Prayers.
Shout
to you.
out
Hopefully,
to Meg.
No pun intended. Oh shit.
we hope you wishing you a speedy recovery and this and that. But she said that black women are the least protected women in the world. Which I'm sorry that she feels that way, but I'm here to protect you, sister. My brother's here. We here to protect you. We got your back.
We got you, Queen.
We'll kick that nigga back to Canada if we need to.
That part.
But do y'all think that Tory Lanez is over?
Honestly, as a fan of some of his music, I hope not. But some shit like this, I don't think he can get away from that.
1 to 2, he'll be fine. I think 1 to 2 max, he'll be fine. I don't think he's over.
Me neither. Not artist wise, but I mean,
honestly, the nigga's annoying to me. So I do think he makes great music. Don't get it twisted. But the nigga's annoying to me. And his antics and stuff outside of quarantine radio, which was great.
that shit was fun.
That shit was great. He's been hella annoying. I want that nigga to be over with, but I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere specifically because this nigga Tekashi 6ix9ine came back and he's like he never left.
Damn. Yeah.
Well, Tory got talent, man.
Tory has talent on top of that.
Yeah.
So I think this generation is one of those people that they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I mean, still, we don't even know the full gist of that whole story. That's just different versions we've heard because obviously the shit's not fully out. I know in the next couple of days there'll be some full shit out there, but you said, prayers up to Meg for that.
But I did want to say this, if Tory, regardless if he was intoxicated through alcohol, controlled substance, whatever it was, man, if he did shoot that young lady, that's what it sounds like. That's some fuck nigga shit. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. All right, man. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Sir. Usually around this time, we'll go ahead and get into sports and all that stuff. But, ain't no sports. However, the NBA bubble is in process, is on the way. And, we have scrimmages going on now. So, on the next episode, we're going to dive into it, man. You already know what time it is. Usually, we'll do our playoff warm-up special. Playoffs is going to be coming back around next week, I believe.
Shit, yeah.
So we may go ahead and give y'all that playoff special next week, sports update next week, man. But yeah, man. You want to go ahead and run it down?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all where to follow me, or of course Instagram is Anwar_357. Sorry, that's ANWARW_357. I got my Snapchat back for the first time in about a couple years.
This nigga been acting like a light skinned thought on Snapchat
I've been
for the
on
past
Snapchat.
2 months.
Is Snapchat still a thing? I guess it is.
No, it's not, nigga.
It's still a thing. Nah, TikTok popping, but I don't got that shit. So anyway, my shit is Warden357 for anybody that want to hit me on Snap. That's Warden, WARDEN 357 on Snap. But Facebook, it's been 360 days, I think, since I've been on there. And I'm going to keep it going and stay off of Facebook. So don't worry about finding me on Facebook. Again, Instagram, ANWARW_357. Kwame, talk to them, man. Where can they find you at?
Yeah, you can reach me at Jones Time on Instagram. That's JONEZ TIME. I appreciate y'all inviting me, man. I hope
Yes,
to
sir.
see y'all and speak to y'all later on about this, man. I appreciate it.
Always Watts, man. What's up?
You already know who it is, man. This is your boy Watts. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at Watts4. That is WATTS 4 on both Instagram and Twitter. And shit, I don't got Facebook no more. Man, damn. But anyway, shit, you can hit up the Locker Room Banter podcast crew on Instagram and Twitter at LRBanter407. That is LRBANTER407 on Instagram and Twitter. And the Locker Room Banter podcast show on Facebook from the Locker Room Banter podcast crew.
We out.
Listen twice.